Philadelphia. I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show.
Live from the Xfinity Studio. Well, good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to all across the Delaware Valley. We're still on cloud 215 when it comes to LeBron, but the Phillies turned that cloud into a rain cloud. My God, another loss last night. Wheeler, of all unexpected things I would not have on the bingo card, is Wheeler clunker. I did not expect a Wheeler clunker last night. He said after the game, he just didn't have it, right? He just didn't feel it. It was off night, didn't have it, whatever you want. The crime is that you come all the way back and take a 7-5 lead and should have closed it out. And the unexpected part 2 on the bingo card is Duran blowing the save. And, man, that's a killer. And you got the Keystone Cops in the infield in the first inning again, like just not buttoned up. And here's the thing. You're not going to change managers now, right? Like, you've already pulled that card. This whole thing, this is not good. I mean, it's just bad. You got to get buttoned up. They're not buttoned up. I like, first inning is just inexcusable. Like, to play that kind of defense, that's not how playoff teams. And now you start to look at it, you're suddenly 5.5 games behind the Braves. The Braves were wounded. They were a wounded team. Now, they got blown out last night by the Mets, but Acuna is back for them, and you're 5.5 games out. You're only 3 over the Nats and 4 over Florida. And you got Nola on the bump tonight. They're starting to worry. Now, VG said to me, we're going to make the playoffs. I mean, if they don't make the playoffs, it's just a colossal disaster. It's a disaster of the epic performance. I think they make the playoffs. But again, Dombrowski's he needs a major shakeup. Major shakeup. I don't know what you do, right? Like, because we talk about what kind of assets they have to make trades. I'm open for business, right? That means Marsh. That means Crawford. I mean, you tell me if anybody would ever want Bohm, which obviously not, but you get my point. Like, I'm open for business. I need a major shakeup right now. I just need it. I need it. You still have the hole in the 5th starter spot. Like, how many? The deadline's August 3rd. You got to make deals now. Like, you got to be on it because you got to get the 5th starter spot. You still need another bullpen piece, and you still need another bat, right? Maybe 2 bats. That's where you're at. Having Brian De La Cruz and Derek Hill, like, Sosa, like, you're just so vulnerable to left-handed pitching. And it's just a lot of 4A. Like, this roster is a lot of 4A guys. Bullpen's littered with them, right? The back end of the rotation. So and luckily, Harper got out of his slump last night. He hit the bomb, and you're going, all right, that's great. And then it was just a disaster. No good. Good morning, VG.
What's up, man? What's up? They stink. They stink. I know it's a long season. I know it's baseball. But as a fan, I watch this team, and they stink. I know it's just an off night with Wheeler and with Duran. But, that mishap with the Benny Hill music should be playing. Like, this is night after night with these guys. Like, what are we doing?
No, I mean, that's the, ultimately
playing a team on a 12-game losing streak, and they're panicking in the field like they're playing the Dodgers in the World Series championship.
I know. That is inexplicable. Like, that's a great word. Like that's the point about playoff base. Like, you can be a credible playoff team, Like, I get you're not gonna, there's holes. You can't fix everything at the deadline, but the stuff like that,
Oh,
you're dead. Like, you have no shot to win anything if you're gonna play like that.
And I don't think they can clean up. I think this is who they are. They're sloppy. They're not fundamentally sound. They're not like offensively from 4 to 9 in the lineup. They really need to play like small ball, like the Rays do. But they're not good enough to do that. They're not consistently good enough to do that at the plate. So
you see Mattingly trying to run more.
Yeah.
He's trying to be more aggressive on the base paths, trying to do different things. Again,
they can't hit towards, they can't even positional hit. They can't bunt. I mean, they don't do anything good fundamentally. They hit home runs every now and then. They get lucky.
No, I don't know what you're going to.
The bullpen had a good night, except for Duran. But
I know. Think about this, right? On a night where Wheeler leaves you in the third, in the fourth inning, what do you go 3 1/3, 2/3, which was shocking,
his
right?
velocity's down almost 2 miles per hour.
I know, man. That was scary. So on that night, the bullpen comes in and shuts the door.
Right.
Shockingly.
Yes.
And then who thinks but Duran blows a save?
Yeah. So they're so frustrating. Destiny Legardo, Phillies Nation. I'm not a huge war, whatever. It is what it is. But the cumulative WAR of the team in 2022 was 21.3. In 2023, it was 23.2. In 2024, it was 26.8. Last year, it was 23. And this year, it's 4.4. Wow. So you have that drop off in WAR with the run differential where they're negative. This should be a team not in the playoffs.
Wow, I didn't realize that WAR.
It's crazy.
Fell off the table.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable. That's shocking.
They're not having a good year.
Good year. I mean, the problem again. This is a Dombrowski issue. I could blame Topper for taking Wheeler out of the World Series, right? And a couple pieces here and there. You could nitpick Mattingly. This is a Dombrowski issue. He has just flushed away a golden opportunity.
And you know what he does? You had someone tell you, I think, he leaves the cupboard bare when he's done. Like, it'll be a disaster. They'll be old, and we'll have no prospects when he's done.
No, I know. And the problem is you can't be done now. If you're done now, I mean, listen, the Phillies, you might as well go into hibernation.
Listen, were they done in the offseason? I know Dombrowski stunk, a lot of bad contracts, but obviously they weren't making moves for Bregman, Eugenio Suarez, Alonso.
Homer last night.
Yeah, he's not having a great year, but he might have a better year here with some people around him and stuff. Like
right-handed power bat at third.
Right. There was a reason they didn't go after the guys like that. It's like a little old, but they don't want to spend the money on these guys.
You know what the other thing is that they didn't know what to do with Bohm, right? They didn't want to give him away.
Right.
And that was their biggest issue. They're like, well, do we want to spend, X amount of dollars on Suarez or Bregman and just keep Bohm because we control him anyway. This will be his last year. And it was just looking to save a dollar. A lot of dollars, but they were looking to just save
$20 million. Yeah. With the luxury tax, $28 million, I don't know, $30 million.
Right.
It's not a lot in the world of billionaires. I'm sorry. It's not a lot. Yeah. And all right, you got control of Bohm. You got control of junk. That's all you got control of.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. It's a problem, man. They're just built so poorly because there's nothing you can lean into. Like if Wheeler or Sanchez or Luzardo aren't dominant, what do you lean into with this team? Like seriously, like what are you leaning into?
I don't.
And that's your biggest fundamental problem. They're terrible defensively. Like we talked about how, hey, in 08, they were strong up the middle, right? Like, being strong up the middle. Well, let me see this team, right? Right? Like, there's nothing they can lean in. They don't play good defense. They don't play fundamental. They don't play small ball. They don't hit behind runners. They can't manufacture runs.
Nothing.
They're a 3-run home run team with 2 guys to get the ball out of the yard.
Right. And they're not even consistent.
Well, I mean, you got 2 guys.
Yeah.
And they're getting pounded.
You're going a month where one of those guys gets 1 home run.
Here's the problem too, though. again, it goes back to Dombrowski and the balance because, like last night was Phillips on the mound.
Yeah.
So Harper is probably like, oh, man, I can't wait to hit tonight because I'm not bearing down against a lefty because all these teams are just going to pound you with left-handers. Like, there's no
answer. There's no answer on the bench or in the system. So he's going to have to find a way to get creative and they need a legit bat. At least one.
They need one legit bat and then one, serviceable bat.
Yes. 100%.
And I don't know what you got. Like, I would look, I'd look at Marsh. I mean, he would be a guy that I would look at. I'd look at Crawford. I mean, if I can
Crawford's so out of here for me for anything.
If I can move one of those two guys to try to get the power bat, the right-handed bat, anything, I got to get more right-handed. I need more balance.
So, yeah, Marsh's got 2 more years of arbitration. He should be an asset you can move. He's coming off his first All-Star appearance.
And then Crawford, young player, right. Like, come on.
He's like 250, 260.
A lot of teams that, that would look at that and go, all right, that's attractive.
Yeah.
And then Painter's pitching better, so I look to, you look to move him.
My God, they're so frustrating.
They are. The scary thing is, though, Sanchez got an ERA north of 5 since that inning streak ended.
Yes.
Wheeler, as you saw last night.
Which he'll be fine.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But the point is that you are operating on such a tightrope that you need these guys to give you 7 innings every start.
Do you know, Paul Cassell, I'll give him props. Do you know what their record is against teams currently in the postseason position?
All right. Currently in the postseason. Yeah. That includes
the 40 games they've played.
Cubs, Braves, Dodgers, right? Mm-hmm. So let's think about Milwaukee. Is this National League or American League too?
Both.
Okay. All right. So I'll say, because you had Yankees.
40 games.
So I'll say they are 40 games. I'll go 16 and 24.
13 and 27. Now, there is good news. They have 30 straight games left against non-playoff teams, current non-playoff teams. Maybe they get right a little bit. Yeah, booster and pad the stats a little bit, pad the record a little bit.
The problem is that are you going to be able to navigate that? Because again, it goes back to the left-hander situation.
Yeah, there's a book on them, and the book's pretty easy. Yeah, they're going to face left-hander after left-hander after left-hander. Even junk left-handers are a problem. It's not like they're going up against Steve Carlton. You could throw, I don't even know, the junkiest left-hander in the world up against them, and they're going to struggle with them. And I look around and I see, like, the Rays are killing me because the Rays play such good small ball. They did a safety squeeze the other day. Didn't work out. The very next batter, safety squeeze. Works out. They score a run. That's just not going to happen here. They don't have the mentality for it. I don't know. I'm just frustrated. I had to take the Phillies hat off this morning.
Let's see what I'm wearing.
Couldn't do it. I see you.
Yeah! Count! Let's go!
I'm not there with you yet. Up late at a Motley Crue concert last night.
Oh, you went to the Crew last night? That's right. I forgot.
It's all the Crew.
You were all about Motley Crue last night.
Yeah, they were good.
It was good?
Yeah, they rocked my face off. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's weird. You see like TikToks of them singing and it sounds horrible, but it sounded good last night.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
good seeing all the old potheads and all the old rock girls.
Oh, yeah.
In their 50s and 60s out there.
Oh, yeah. All the rock girls. The dirty feet girls.
Yeah, they're out there.
They're all there. Yeah. Wearing their leather.
Yeah. Could I say this too? The national,
I got Jules.
Well, it's pleather. Like I don't think there's a lot of real leather out there these days.
They're the dirty feet girls, Jules. They would walk. They'd go down. All those rocker girls would be walking the boardwalk barefoot at night.
Yeah.
And so they got the black,
just at night.
Soles.
They don't come out during the day. They're me. They're
Are you friends with them? Are they friends with you?
Well, you see them. You go
out at night. Me and a bunch of
you go
30 feet.
Like that girl's a rock girl. She's a party rock girl.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they got the dirty feet.
Yeah.
With no toenail polish.
Oh. Oh, that's good.
So national media It's all over my social media. Who cares where LeBron lives?
I know.
I don't care if he's on the moon coming
know.
down every day. I don't care. There's plenty of people who live in Philadelphia, commute to New York, and they're not taking limousines or helicopters. And they perform just fine.
I used to, for my last, 2 years of the Post, I lived in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Because I used to I flew out of PHL and I flew out of here. I was on the road so much. Yeah. I was like, why am I keeping an apartment? I lived in the Bronx.
Oh, of course you did.
Right? Yeah. Mars Park. And I was like, why am I having an apartment over here? Like, yeah. I'm always, anytime I had a couple days, I was home.
Now, how long did it take to get from the Bronx to Manhattan?
I was always doing, I was in the Yankees or Mets. Right. Or like, if I went into the city, I mean, it's nothing. It's like,
half hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, commuting anywhere up there's at least a half hour.
Yeah, well, the Long Island Expressway, it was horrible. Right. The BQE.
Everything's jammed up.
Was terrible. Like, all that stuff is always, getting around that city's,
it's on a 40-minute helicopter ride down every day.
I don't want to get on a helicopter all that time, but other than that.
No. All right, well, he sits back and relaxes in an SUV. Blacked out SUV.
Right.
It's not stressful.
Right. Like, is he living in the Manhattan?
I don't know. Wendy said he's splitting time. And then people are out there like, he don't even like your city enough to live there.
I know.
It's like, all right. Like,
I mean, I got the same thing. Like, there's some jackals out there too.
Oh, they're haters.
Just jackals.
Especially the Celtics fans. They hate this move.
Oh, yeah.
They hate the whole offseason.
None of them know that Wilt Chamberlain lived in New York and commuted to Philadelphia.
And
was from here.
Fine. Yes.
He was from here.
No one cared that JJ Redick commuted from Brooklyn. No one cared. It all worked out.
Yeah. Like, in the end, who cares? I don't care where the guy lives. Go wherever you want.
Right.
No, because here's the truth of the matter. I know how we are with community, and we are a very tight-knit community. And we love seeing Cooper DeJean down the shore, right? Or at Wawa. LeBron James is not going to be at Wawa hanging out.
No.
That's just, he's on another realm, right? He's not going to be part of the community in that way, right? That's just not there. He's a global brand. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He's not every bit of, Lionel Messi or any of these monster soccer, they live in their own world. It's a world that they do whatever, It's not like you're going to see Jason Kelsey at Wawa and go, yo, what's up, brother?
Right.
That's not going to be LeBron.
No.
So I never expected that. So who cares?
Family wants to live in a $20 million penthouse on, I don't know, the Upper East Side or whatever.
Yeah.
Fine, go ahead. I get it. It's different than Rittenhouse. I get that.
Yeah. I know.
Jeez, they act like he's going to be stuck in traffic and stressed out and miserable, and it's going to affect his practice in his game. He'd be either in a helicopter or sitting in the back of a very comfortable SUV, relaxing, taking naps or whatever.
I don't. That's irrelevant to me. Yeah. All right. Joining us coming up, here's a lineup today. We're gonna have a lot of fun as always. Bob Cooney, our good buddy Bobby C. Love our Bobby C. will join us to talk Sixers. Then we got Franny Films, St. Francis of Football. And then we have all of our callers. I can't wait. I think we got 4 or 5 people that we're looking to talk to. Love that.
I got a Michkov update for you later. You're going to love it.
Yeah, I was on with Toronto radio today.
Oh, yeah?
So I was talking up Sixers, obviously, but I was talking Flyers up,
Yeah.
Baldy, as you see, coming up at 11. And then the Brain is back. I got to love the Brain. The Brain's back. So it'd be fun to talk to the Brain after his month-long hiatus. So lots to get to. We're just getting started on a Tuesday here across Delaware Valley. Let's talk about our friends, shall we? Let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app, where we got Phillies tonight. Noah on the mound.
Marlins minus 115, Phillies minus 105.
They're a dog.
No,
wow.
Line is 8.
Little juice. The line's 8, the over-under?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's pitching for the Marlins again? I saw it. No. Sandy, right?
Sandy Alcantara.
Yeah, Sandy's pitching.
He's been up and down too.
You can get to him. Lefties can get to him.
Yeah.
So, I like the over.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right?
I'm doing
Because tomorrow, like, Stowers going to hit a home run tonight. Book that. All right? That's how it's going to be.
Like those Sixers, 10-1 to win the championship.
Take it! On the Bet Park Sportsbook Online Casino app, where there's always another way to win. Make your downtime fun time with the app. New customers get 500 bonus spins on the slot game. Go, go, go. Collect them. As well as $5 casino bonus back in your first 24 hours. BetParks.com is the details. Going to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now let's talk about Rothman, our great friends at Rothman Orthopedics. You see the doctors every week. We love those Rothman docs. I do. Whether you're grinding through the rec league playoffs, chasing your kids around the yard, or just feeling the aftermath of a Saturday morning workout, pain doesn't have to be part of the routine. Rothman Orthopedics keeps every type of athlete moving. Pros, college standouts, youth athletes, and yes, the weekend warriors like us who make our community go. PHLY Sports trust Rothman because several of our hosts, like me and VG, have been through the Rothman journey as a patient and came out stronger. Getting started is easy. Go to rothmanortho.com/PHLY. Use the fast schedule to connect with Rothman's VIP specialist and their scheduling team. They're going to match you with the right specialist for your specific injury, and you're not wasting time guessing. All right? Check it out. All right? Don't push through the pain. Visit rothmanortho.com/PHLY and get back to doing what you love. God bless you, Jules. My allergies the same way. I had to pass it over to VG for a minute and sneeze 17 times. Lots to do. All right. We got Bobby C. Look at this. One of our good friends. A great basketball man.
Great barsman.
Yeah, he is. But he's a great hoop. I'm a hoop guy. Like I love talking basketball with Bobby C. Let's welcome Bob Cooney, my good buddy. We're a little frozen accent.
Cooney overwhelms the system. That's how good he is. Like, whoa, relax.
He's
ready for the Mr. Cooney yet.
Yeah, he's the man, Bobby C. All right. Good morning, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
There he is. What's going on, buddy?
How are you? It's so good to see you.
Always good to see you. You brighten up my day
Bob.
whenever I hear you or see you.
You're the best. You're the best. I couldn't wait to talk to you because we spent many a day talking Sixers basketball. You covered the process inside and out. You have covered that team. And now here we are. LeBron James, Jaylen Brown, and the Sixers, after all these years, are the favorites in the Eastern Conference.
It's crazy how it all came about. I was covering a Phillies game when word came out that Jaylen Brown had been traded to the Sixers. Couldn't believe it. You take that in for a little while, Ant, and you say, okay, that's great, but you still needed more. I think they still had like 3 or 4 more holes to fill. And the great thing about it was they signed one guy and he filled all those holes, right? You got your point guard. You have your backup, 4, 3, and 4. You have somebody
and 5. You could go small with him playing 5, yeah.
Exactly. And the Sixers' problem last year, Nick Nurse, and talked to him many times, he wanted to run. As you know, you can't run if you don't rebound the basketball. And they weren't a very good rebounding team at all last year. I see LeBron coming in here and kind of fixing that and being able to get this team out on the run.
Yeah, the whole idea, let's talk about Gansey, because Mike Gansey's vision is all over this. It's amazing. He has come in here without losing a single game on purpose and reshaped the mess that Morey left. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know how he pulled off the Paul George for Brown trade. I still don't know. And I hear the analytics and the other side of the argument. I still can't believe that the Celtics couldn't do better than Paul George and his contract. That changes everything, right? Because now it gets LeBron's attention. I love his moves with Simons, right? I love Phylon off the bench. I love that pick. Dean Wade was good. Let's talk about the vision that Gansey has that really makes sense from a basketball standpoint.
Yeah, it is amazing, and I'm sure I was thinking of you when they made the trade. I swear you're one of the first people that popped into my mind when I said, "Uh-oh, the Celtics did it. What's wrong with this?" Like you have to think that way. You have
Yes.
to think there's a caveat here. Like something is with Jaylen Brown that we don't know about that Boston does. And Brad Stevens said, "No, we have to get rid of him, even if it's to Philadelphia." That was the negative person in me, and I thought of you and I talking about that because you and I just have a disdain for the Celtics. But yeah, after that gets done, and it just opens the floodwaters, right? And you have Anthony Simons, who was I think was a huge pickup and a great one. He could have gone other places for more money, but he chose Philadelphia, and now that's your key player coming off the bench, a really good 3-point shooter that's going to help this team tremendously. And then you get LeBron, as we said, it just helps you in so many different areas. It's even off the court stuff. Like this guy is a walking basketball business winner. And that's what he is about. He's about winning. He's not just about the basketball entity. He's about winning. And, having been around him years ago and finding out what kind of a competitor he is with teammates, talking to PR people that on teams that he was on, the guy's engine just never stops. And I think that's something this organization sorely needs.
All right. I love your coach mind because, you were a point guard. You see the game like a coach. When I look at it, like to me, Brown was a perfect fit just from a facilitating standpoint, right? Like,
Yep.
People go, well, who's got the ball at the end of the game? And my answer was whoever LeBron passes it to. Like whoever he feels like will have the best look. It could be Brown. It could be Maxey. It could even be Edgecombe or Embiid. It doesn't matter. So from that standpoint, they fit. How much, we always talk about Joe. How important is Joe to this equation? And is it the same thing come playoff time that you lead him to at least rebound and rim protect?
So I look at it two different ways, Ann, and you and I may have had this conversation before because this goes back to when Ben Simmons was here. And I was still covering the league, and I would go around to different coaches, assistant coaches in the league, and say, hey, what do you think is the best fit the way they should play, the 76ers? The one answer that interested me most was, and I wish I could remember who said it because I've carried this with me, was they said, why aren't the Sixers playing like the 1980 Los Angeles Lakers Showtime? With Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is Magic Johnson, right? And you're out and you're running and you're going. And what did they do? They had great athletes, just like this Sixers team does now. A real big point guard, just like this Sixers team does now, and LeBron James. And what did they do? If they didn't get the run, they would pull it back out and wait for, oh, yeah, this guy that just so happened to be the NBA's all-time leading scorer, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, to come down and feed him the ball and let him score. That's one style I could see the Sixers going. Another one is, remember when San Antonio totally changed the way they played and went to a total passing offense and with Tim Duncan, with all those guys, because they were getting a little bit older, so running and all that. They went to a total half-court.
It was a motion offense. It was amazing,
and it was beautiful to watch. And I talked to Brett Brown about it for endless times.
Yeah,
I think that's what you could see here. What maybe you should see here, where everybody just gets a little piece of the pie.
Yeah, and listen, I'm with you because I think you can play with I had this conversation with Legler, and Legs and I were saying, like, you could play a style in the same game with and be without him, right? And even with him, like to your point, like I know I got Maxey and Brown and Edgecombe, and I want to run. Well, you could stay back and catch your breath on the defensive end, right?
Exactly.
As long as you got to get your outlet pass, and if it's a long rebound, just go. And, you'll get transition threes. Edgecombe is such a great athlete. You'll get dunks. Like there's a way to really play it with Maxey, Brown, and Edgecombe just flying.
Yeah. And, like I said before, this team was really deficient last year in rebounding, as we all saw, giving up offensive rebounds. Well, LeBron helps you there. VJ Edgecombe is a very good rebounder for a guard, and I think he's only going to be better this year because of just simply having, 1 year in the league. Jaylen Brown's going to have to help out on that end. You know, if this team rebounds the basketball, and they're a good perimeter defensive team now, Wade coming off the bench is a really good perimeter defender, as you know. I think if they rebound, that this team has so many offensive options that they can go to. A lot that you just mentioned, some of the stuff that I mentioned, that, you know, they should be upper echelon offensively in the NBA this year.
Yeah, and can I just, a number I came across yesterday: transition buckets in the NBA, the most last year in the NBA. Maxey with 171, Jaylen Brown 167, LeBron 164. So you got the three guys who led the NBA in transition buckets. It should be flying up and down the court.
Yeah.
PG, that's good work by you, buddy.
Thanks, Bobby.
You're welcome. Good to see you.
I mean, you look at the bench, man. Simons off the bench can naturally score and fill it, and he could shoot. Dean Wade, like you mentioned. And then you just see Huck Purdy and Bona, like they just give you minutes, just grind out some minutes for the big guy.
Yeah, they have to figure Sun out. I got to tell you, I'm sour on Adem Bona. I watched him up close a lot last year. Like you can be a fan and watch and say, "Oh my God, look at that block shot! Look at that dunk." You also have to look at how many times. What's that?
His basketball IQ.
I mean, you know, he commits fouls that you just don't understand. And how many times he leaves his man to try to go block somebody else's shot, and then his man's wide open for a dump off dunk.
Yeah.
There's a lot that they have to work on that. And look, we know that's not just a backup position either, Ant. That's a guy that's going to have to start at least 20 games for you. So I don't know if they're going to look to do something to upgrade there. I don't know. Maybe Bona has really improved his game. I don't know, but that's the one.
Well, don't you think Huck Purdy? They're going to put a lot in the Huck Purdy. I mean, he's an athletic big. They're going to look.
He's athletic. He's really raw offensively. Like it's kind of like you have the same guy with him and Bona a little bit. You know, I'm not saying the style, but
no, I agree. Rawness. I see that.
Yeah, you know, so maybe you can split up in a backup role. You can split up 10 minutes each of those guys. You know, 20 minutes, something like that, and figure that all out. But as far as starting, maybe the other four are so good if Embiid's out that they really that's like a Mark Ivoroni starter, right, Ant? Like maybe it's somebody like that. Look, go rebound, defend. I don't care if you foul out in 6 minutes.
Yes,
do something. You know,
yes.
Just something.
Let's get back to Embiid, and you know, everybody's talking. You know, I'm hearing the same thing. You know, he added 15 pounds of muscle and he's in great shape, and he's pain-free in the offseason for the first time. Let's examine, like, where are you at with Joel now?
Well, you know, on the court, he's still a dominant player, right? When he can be out there and he can feel pretty healthy, you still see things that are like, oh my God, like that Boston series. And he wasn't totally healthy, as we know, and I mean, that's 17 days after an appendectomy. That's crazy. I mean, I'd still be in bed 17 days later, and he's carrying around 280 pounds and going up and down the floor and doing what he did. If he's healthy, it's always the caveat if he's healthy. But when he's out on the floor and playing the way he can play, I'll still take him, 7 days of the week. There's some off-court stuff that he's got to still address. And, you know, there's aggravation there among people. And he's got to start being on time, and he's got to start caring more. And LeBron James, I don't think is going to put up with that crap, man, because LeBron James still gets to the gym at 3:30 in the afternoon for a 7 o'clock game. He still wants to be the first guy there. He's still working out at 5 a.m. I'm not going to pretend I know exactly what Joel Embiid is doing right now, but I hope it's along those lines. And I hope that he shows his new teammates that, yeah, I'm here for the seriousness of it. It can't be it's all me, it's all me. This has to be a team thing. And it as much as his health goes with him, I think that does also.
You're so right. And I'm hoping that, with LeBron coming here and Jaylen Brown, and there's just no pressure on him, and he's just part of this team, that he looks at it with, like, you got to respect it, man, because, when he went, do you remember that point last year where he was like, well, they're not letting me play? And meanwhile, the whole story was, well, dude, you didn't show up. Like, you were late for practice. You were late for the one game. You didn't show up to practice. Like, what do you expect? Like, that's where he's going to have to, that's where you got to have to wise up.
Yeah, it was in Washington, and as I've written, they were getting ready for a shoot around, and he wasn't on the bus. So they went up, and he said, "Oh, I slept all night because I wasn't feeling good." They reported back to the bus, and Nick Nurse said, "Well, let's get out and watch video." They expected him to be at the video, and from what a source told me, he didn't go to the video session either. And multiple people have said that they asked him to, "All right, go home. Go home. Go back to Philadelphia. Don't stay here in Washington." And that's not good. And then he comes out with, "They didn't let me play." That's not good. Like, come
No,
on, man, what are we doing
no.
here? And you've been around the team, and I certainly been around the team a lot. There's constant grumbling,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you want to fix that up. Like any workplace, I don't like people grumbling bad about me. So you would hope that he fixes that, and we'll see how it plays
And
out. But
especially
LeBron James now.
here's the thing that I thought would happen with him is that his career was done. Like, it was done. And then he got like a reprieve. Like, the knee, like, look, it was the appendectomy. I know the knee soreness and whatever, but like, he's able to play. And I thought his attitude was better last year. Like, he wasn't as mopey last year. He kind of realized it was Maxi's team. You would know better than I would. I felt like he was moving toward that direction. I need him to be totally in there. Like, dude, this is a gift. You are now a title contender. You got a chance to win. I need you fully on board.
Yeah, it's funny, and it goes back to something when I was covering the Sixers, Miami in a playoff series years ago. LeBron James said to us, he says, the biggest challenge in the league, we were talking about matchups and all that. He said, no, the biggest challenge in the league for me, LeBron James, is LeBron James. I am constantly challenging myself. I need to know how far I can go and how much further I can push it. And, it's really kind of insightful that he wasn't saying that he's better than everybody else, so the only competition is him. No, the most drive and the most ambition and competition comes from his own mind. I would love for Joel Embiid to have that in his head to say, okay, I'm not the player I was 7 years ago, but how can I push myself to be the best player for this team?
Yeah.
And maybe it's a conversation many have had with him, and maybe he's had it with himself. But to me, that's the challenge for him this year. And it could be a total 360 with those around the organization that, might be a little frustrated with where he's been lately.
Yeah.
I was hoping the Olympics would give him a little bit of like seeing these professionals and how they go day to day about their business, but he just had never had the influence. This team, this franchise hasn't had a winner like a LeBron here to show you how, like a professional to show you how it's done. And I think this is going to be.
Well, they gave him too much power to start. I mean, Bobby lived through it, right?
Yeah.
Like, ownership was close with him. Like, he just was a different. Like, they spoiled him. Is what happened.
Anthony, it's a little kid that was spoiled from the beginning, and how we've seen it as parents, whatever. Do you ever get a kid out of that? Probably not. If you do, it might be in their teenage years. Well, he's getting to his teenage years and being a 76er. Maybe you can get him out of that, but you're exactly right. We saw from day one, spoiled, allowed him to do whatever he wanted, and we saw it all the time. Those of us covering the team, it was bad, and from the grumblings I hear, it kind of still is.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to change. Hey, real quick, Jaylen Brown. I'm so excited for Jaylen Brown, Bobby. Like, you want to talk about a natural scorer, a guy that could who's always there. What I love about him is that he's always playing. He wants to play. He drugged that Celtics team with no Tatum into the playoffs. They had lost a bunch of good pieces, and it was all him taking them to the playoffs last year.
Yeah, no question. And I hear people say, well, Boston brings up they were 26-6 without him over their last 32 games, when he didn't play in a game. So that's one of the reasons. And I don't care about that. I just think he's a really, really good basketball player. I go back to us being up in Boston last year in the playoff series, and him and Joel going at it one-on-one, and him taking that challenge, and Embiid screaming at him and him screaming back at Embiid. It's a little thing, but that's a competitive thing. That's a guy that says, I want this challenge. Joel Embiid is your alpha dog. I want to be the alpha dog that beats him. I love that in somebody. Is there a concern that maybe he's going to stay on the ball and look to back down and do isolation a little bit too much? Maybe, but that's that's for Nick Nurse to decide. And everybody, I would say from 1 through 5, they're going to get their isolation opportunities. But how can you not come here and just, if you're an NBA player, and just love this team that you're around and say, I'm going to do whatever I have to do for this team because it might be good enough to win an NBA championship.
I mean, think about that. Let's go. Let's go, Bob.
You and I were alive when they won the championship back in '83. I know that for a fact, but there's probably a lot of people watching that weren't.
I know.
If you guys remember any Philly team that was like, we were considering one of the 4 bottom feeders, and a month later,
No,
like contenders?
No.
Like, this is the craziest turnaround in my lifetime.
You like Nurse, right? Like, you think, how do you feel, this project with him as the steward?
Well, here's the cool thing. I thought Nick Nurse was at his best last year when he was in a set environment. Like when we were up in Boston and he knew the team that was going to be on the floor and he had a day or two to really get things organized and ready. And going up to, where did we go? Harvard for practice and knowing the time that they put in and seeing the excitement. He didn't have that all last year because of the injury, suspension, who's playing, who's not playing. I think this year it's going to be a little bit more solidified with who's going to be on the floor. And it's going to let the tactician in him really come out more and more because simply he knows what he has. And it doesn't have to be you know what? I got to play VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey 40 minutes a game because otherwise I'm not going to be in a game. I think the tactician of Nick Nurse is going to come out this year, and we're really going to see what he's able to do when he knows what he has and what he can put out on the floor.
Yeah, I'm with you. Bobby, we love you, buddy. Hey,
love you back.
Good seeing you, man. It's great.
Always good to see you, man. You're the best.
I can't wait to share it with you, bud. Great to see you.
All right. I'll see you soon, buddy. Take care.
Pal. The great Bob Cooney. We love Bobby C. Bobby's a great basketball guy, man.
Yeah. He's
really
good baseball,
great.
too. He's well-rounded.
Yeah, he's a sportsman. Yeah. I mean, this is what he is. He's a sportsman. But it's just great to see him and hang with Bob and talk ball. I'm real excited about this. Should really free Maxey up.
Yeah, I would think so.
Like, this should free Maxey up. Having Brown the floor to space, having LeBron to help facilitate. Joel, but Maxey had to do so much by himself, and now he's going to get cleaner looks. And the thing about Tyrese is he could fill it. You know, I'm so excited. This whole thing. I'm excited because I love Tyrese Maxey. All right,
yeah,
I love Maximus, and my biggest fear throughout this whole thing was that we were going to waste him. And it was almost to the point where I was like, maybe you got to think about moving him and just go all in on assets.
Yeah.
And now he gets to play meaningful basketball here.
Yeah,
he's a gift, that
with
kid.
The greatest.
He's a gift. Maxey is a complete
Did you hear
gift.
what he yelled when his video, when they announced LeBron was coming here, his video reaction? Did you hear what he yelled?
No.
I'm like Calipari for recruiting.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm like Calipari.
I love it. That's fantastic. I think that's great. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick TO. I want to come back, and I know VG's got a Michkov thing. All right, so I want to get to that because I'm curious about Michkov. Please let that kid. Please get him right. All right? Because he's so talented.
Let's see. He might be on the beach.
All right? So talented. So we'll talk about that. Franny films to talk camp tomorrow. It's on. Guys report today. And tomorrow we begin EAGLES. Oh, that's music to my ears. It really is. But first, a word from our friends.
Is it me, or does summer always make you want to switch things up around the house? Maybe finally replace that old couch you've been talking about, or give the bedroom, give it a little refresh. Well, Ashley's Summer Savings Event is the perfect excuse to do it. Right now, you'll find stylish furniture starting at just $399, and for a limited time, you can pay no interest for 5 full years, 0 interest. So whether you're updating one room or the whole house, now's the time to make it happen. Upgrade your space, enjoy those summer vibes, and shop Ashley's Summer Savings Event in-store or at ashley.com.
For the past 30 years, Golden Nugget Jewelers has operated out of the very same location in the heart of Philadelphia. Customers from across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, even Baltimore, New York City have come to Golden Nugget Jewelers to find that perfect engagement ring, wedding band, or gift. Their staff is highly trained and dedicated to providing a personalized experience. I've gone there a couple of times. I had to replace a diamond in a ring. I had to get a necklace. They're not pushy. The staff is super informative. It's just a great shopping experience. They have a vast selection of engagement rings and wedding bands, along with high-end watches, fashion jewelry, sparkling diamond necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and everything else you could think of. You receive a final cleaning and written appraisal with every engagement ring purchase. And Golden Nugget Jewelers, they're family owned. They've been operating since 1987, right there on Chestnut Street at 8th in downtown Philadelphia. You deserve an expert, and you deserve the best price. Golden Nugget Jeweler, where Philly gets engaged. Visit goldennuggetjewelry.com. Is it me, or does summer always make you want to switch things up around the house? Maybe finally replace that old couch you've been talking about, or give the bedroom, give it a little refresh. Well, Ashley's Summer Savings Event is the perfect excuse to do it. Right now, you'll find stylish furniture starting at just $399. And for a limited time, you can pay no interest for 5 full years, 0 interest. So whether you're updating one room or the whole house, now's the time to make it happen. Upgrade your space, enjoy those summer vibes, and shop Ashley's Summer Savings Event in-store or at ashley.com.
All right. So much going on, man. Camp begins. We're about to do that. So Franny Films, Baldy is going to join us a little bit later on to talk football.
Nice.
We're on this Cloud 215 right now. Although we're watching the sinking Phillies. What time is that? Another early game, 6:45?
I don't know.
I freaking hate those games.
Like, what's the deal in the summer? What's the reason? What's the point?
I hate.
We all senior citizens?
Like,
yes, it's 6:40.
I don't like the 6 o'clock hour.
I can feel that.
The only time I'll deal with the 6 o'clock hour is if it's happy hour.
Yes.
All right. But
a lot of times the happy hours go 4 to 6.
Right.
And prices go up in the 6 o'clock hour.
I don't like the 6 o'clock hour. I don't like eating. Like, bro is one of these. I think he's an eat early guy.
Like at 5 o'clock, get home for work.
Or 6
Put the lunch pail down.
Like
puts his lunch pail down, flips off the flops. He wants dinner ready by 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Like, if I go out to dinner, I don't know about you. I think you and I are very similar in this way.
8.
I go to,
It's a sweet spot.
8. I mean, I'm not even anti-9.
No,
right?
Like 9 o'clock.
Nowadays, I don't even understand these hours in restaurants. Like, everything's so freaking early. Like, you can't even get a meal. Like, you should be able to get a meal at 11 o'clock.
You would think in the city, for
right?
Sure, yeah.
And everything is so freaking early, bro. Like, I think he's one of these early. I know Tunis was that way.
Wow, yeah. Tunis would eat like 4 o'clock.
Like, it was like
he'd go out to like an anniversary dinner, like 4:30.
I'm like, first of all, like, let me throw this at you, Jules, real quick. just spitballing here. If I'm gonna go out with on a romantic dinner with my wife, right? The sun's got to be down.
Yeah.
I don't want daylight.
I think you could go for like cocktails happy hour earlier and then go to dinner later if
Right.
it's still light out. But yeah, you want to be, yeah.
Like to me, the night there's something, that's where the romantic vibes are at the night.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, Anthony. Thank you, finally. Yeah.
Dracula agreed.
Yeah.
Dracula's agreed. Like, that's where it is.
Yeah.
No,
I'm with you.
We left, first of all, the Pega takes like an hour and a half to get ready. And we left to get a car for the Motley Crue concert. We came outside, she's like, oh my God, it's so bright out still. It was like 7 o'clock. She's ready to go out for the night. She's done up. She's got her, like, there's nighttime lipstick apparently, daytime lipstick. I don't know. It's too bright for the lipstick she had on. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense. There isn't. I agree with her. I listen, and like to me, you go out. The night is the night. Like, that's fun. Like, that's what it should be.
Yes. So, bro has told me a little nugget back in the day. He tried to give me life advice on date night.
Wait, he tried to give you life advice?
Yeah, for date night. They have their relationship early
and then go to dinner. So they're not worried about being full at the end of the night and not feeling romantic.
Nah. No, they do the pregame.
He had told me
They
that
pregame.
before, the pregame. Yes, the pregame, the meal. He pregames the meal.
Yeah. Now he told me that too.
Yeah.
No.
He's like, you don't want to be all
That's
full.
That's because he wants to be the pig, right?
Yeah, he's probably had 12 beers.
Sloppy drunk.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All he knows is ruining the mood.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Poor Addie.
Yeah. Addie's probably like, let's just do this first. The creature that comes home after we eat and drink.
but like, that's no good.
No.
Like, it's no good. It's a rush piece.
Yeah.
You don't want to rush.
Nah, you got to go out.
You relax.
Yes.
Yeah, nah, man.
Yeah.
He's got no romance. We expect.
Together for a very long time.
It's working.
Maybe he's
It's
doing something
definitely
right.
God bless him.
Yeah.
But all right. Let's bros.
So let's go to Russia.
I'm dying to hear.
There's an article, rg.org. I don't know what it stands for. Michkov sat down with a very attractive woman named Daria Tupolseva, and I'm sure she's a hockey insider out there. He says, no real summer vacation this year. The Flyers actually sent a coach to Russia for 2 weeks. They did 3-a-days.
Yes!
3-a-days. They would do rocky runs. They would do they would
We're the Rocky.
They would lift out
Russia?
in the morning, hockey in the afternoon, and then cardio at night. I guess they were mixing some running at night.
What's the Rocky run?
I don't know. I think I misspoke. I think he had a rocky run through the playoffs.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he says, no vacation at all. This is an important season for me. I need to play well. I want that myself, so I keep my body in shape at all times. What did I learn from last season? That you need to prepare well for the season, not treat it carelessly. He did the 3-a-days.
That's music to our ears.
Super happy Zegras is here. He likes his chemistry. He's super happy he signed his deal, and I think he's hinting he wants to play with Zegras on the same line.
Talk.
And then he commented on LeBron James. This is just great. I love basketball, and the fact that LeBron signed in Philadelphia means a lot, I think, for the city itself and for me, too. Now it'll be even more interesting to go to games and watch a player that great perform.
Wow. Matvei's it on Braun.
Yes. So he did they do some all-star game in Russia.
You have video?
I got a video of the game. They do an all-star game, which I don't know how they picked. I think it's all NHL players. Ovechkin puts it together.
Oh, that's awesome.
Michkov had a hat trick. And he's got one goal. Here's his.
He did the Michigan?
He got the Michigan because he works this in whenever he can.
Go full screen.
Wow. It's crazy because the goaltender's ready for it. The goaltender's protected the upper corner, and he adjusted.
Дорожка сел, вот это перемещение.
Tucked him right behind.
See how frustrated the goalie is?
Это шайбы, которые очень не любят.
Michkov, baby.
Достаточно прогрессивно. И смотрите, какой гол все-таки удалось ему забить. Он такими
He's had a
голами.
nice hat trick. There's compilations out there of all 3 of his goals.
Can I see that?
It's over 2 minutes long.
I don't care.
Yeah, Fox and
All right, send it to Jules.
it's too long.
I'm excited, man.
All right.
I want to see Michkov.
Send you the compilation.
Oh my God, give me the compilation. I want to see the goals, man. Come on, man. Listen, we're about. So if you think about history, and I'm a big believer in history repeating.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's just everything's a circle. So you mentioned Pete Rose and compared to LeBron, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we know about that era? And let me give the little history lesson. The Phillies in that era lost 3 straight NLCSs, got Pete Rose, and won 2 years later in 1980.
Mm-hmm.
During that era, the Flyers, right? Like they were at height of the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were in a cup against the Islanders in 1980,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like they were in a cup in 76. They were there. The Sixers lost in the finals in 77 They got to the finals in 80,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then 82, and then finally won it in 83. The Birds, that was their arc. They were in the Super Bowl in 80. Now, the teams aren't in the same spots, but everything's there.
Well,
So over the next 4 years,
yeah,
it's all going to come to fruition.
we should
Now-
get a couple parades.
Yeah.
This all 4 teams are
I mean,
contenders, or the Flyers are close. They're a player.
the Flyers are
they're-
like this,
They're a one,
and the Phillies
seed.
are like this. They just got to stave off the.
We're very lucky to have 4 teams relevant at the same time.
Yes.
That's a blessing.
Right, because if you remember in what was it when they got Wentz here? Jeez. It was 2016 when they
Yeah.
drafted whatever.
Works.
But if you remember like 2015, well, it was funny. I left WIP right around then, and I went to 97.5 to do the mornings. And I left during the worst period of time. Every team sucked. The Sixers were just beginning the process, where they wouldn't even understand it. The Flyers were in no man's land and ready to be irrelevant. The Eagles it was Chip Kelly, the end of Chip Kelly, and how bad it was. And then you had the Phillies were dead.
Yeah.
It was the worst period of time. And now, 10 years later, everybody's relevant.
Well, we got some false hope. We're like, oh, we got Ben Simmons, we got Carson Wentz, we had the
Yeah, but
number
that
1
happened
pick.
later.
Yeah, I know. We got glimmer of hope,
Yeah.
but this is
And they were all false messiahs.
yes.
Wentz was a false messiah.
Yes, this should be real. So it's called the match of the year in Russia.
Okay.
This is his 3 goals.
All right, let me see.
Вот здесь в Петербурге, правда, мы не встречали. Вот момент 1-0. Матвей Мичков.
Matvei Michkov.
Клюшке принадлежит первая шайба. Этим вечером в матче года счет открывает команда Панарина и сам Матвей Мичков.
Да, великолепная передача с неудобной руки.
Look at him,
Максима
right?
Шалунова
That's the eye,
нашла
dude.
Мичкова на дальней штанге, и Матвей отметился
I
голом.
do Matvei Michkov
Да,
and
мы
Russell.
знаем, этот парень очень здорово играет и умеет играть под воротами.
That's a
И это
great
его
uniform.
хлеб, вот эти
You
вот
like that uniform?
I
добивания,
do.
короткие броски, короткая атака.
What's going on?
И здесь он был, смотрите, как здорово.
Look at him.
Great away.
That
С
guy.
неудобной руки Шалунов, да, и отдал Мичкову.
И шайба так проходит под клюшкой.
All right,
Романова,
Matvei.
выбирал позицию и здорово перемещался Сорокин, но здесь не поймает. И в другую сторону полетела атака Матвей Мичков. Рядом с ним Макс Шалунов. Составление Мичков на 3-го. Можно, а можно и бросать и забивать. И это команда Панарина, которая забрасывает свою 5-ю шайбу этим вечером в матче года.
Вот кто жадный для бросков, для голов, так это Матвей Мичков. И здесь у него была возможность отдать и налево, и направо.
They're saying he's got a great
Воспользовался тем,
shot.
что его партнеры здорово
Мичков.
оторвались, бросил и забил.
Матвей
Their hats are
Мичков, одна из
sponsored by
главных и,
Chevrolet
может быть,
over
самых
there. I
ярких
guess
звезд
we
молодежного
export a
чемпионата
bunch of
мира
that.
22-го.
Yeah.
Очень обидно, что тот турнир
Матвей
прервали из-за
Мичков,
пандемии.
тот commercial.
Ну и сам Матвей
А,
там
Матвей
в
Мичков.
Канаде, в городе
For Chevy.
Рендир, по-моему,
Together, that's
играл
right.
наша команда вместе с Ванкувером, а нет, с Эдмонтоном.
Look at this.
Да,
Nice
эти два
shot,
города
Matt.
принимали
That's
чемпионат
Dude, that's
мира.
a great shot.
И, в общем-то, все грустно закончилось, потому что чемпионат
That's a great
мира,
shot.
два
And
великих
here's the
игрока.
Michigan
И
for the
это вот теперь
Hattie.
уже, ух ты, попытка лакросса, и она проходит. И, конечно, это делает тот, кто такие шайбы забивал. Матвей
That means
Мичков
hat trick.
Craving some
договорился
vodka
с
right
шайбой,
now.
она так тихонечко прилегла на его клюшку и также
That's
спокойно зашла.
fantastic.
Yeah, he seems focused.
Yeah.
Taka got to
I
him.
got me. I say, send me the compilation.
All right, yeah,
Text it to me.
I will.
I'm going to text somebody with it.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's seen it, but I just want to
Yeah.
text him and go.
got you.
Go,
I got
Gus.
I got
Look at
you.
your boy. All right?
Yeah.
Look at your boy over there.
Uh,
Look what he's doing. All right. What are we doing? We taking a quick break and then Fran? All right. So you want to do a break first?
There's a little
Okay.
college nugget that just broke that you and Franny should talk about. Ohio State signed a deal with
Right.
J.P. Morgan Chase,
Yeah.
17 mil
Yeah.
across all of its sports, but that's a nice chunk of change.
You got to pay the players.
Yeah,
Like the whole landscape is.
17 mil.
Yeah.
That's a. They say that's a sponsorship deal that rivals a lot of pro team sponsorship deals.
Oh, yeah. Well, Ohio State. I mean, you're not talking.
So I know it's a lot.
Not
of
talking about
money.
Von Tech, right? He's talking about the Buckeyes. Oh, the Buckeyes. Oh, you got me thinking it. I say Buckeyes, you know, right? My mind. This is where the mind of a sports fan, like you start, I could just go one begets the other, but I hear Buckeyes. Gus Johnson.
All right.
Saturday afternoon, big noon kickoff.
All right. Who
First down, Buckeyes.
better than Keith Jackson?
Well, nobody's better. I mean, Keith Jackson is.
I mean, I'm just saying.
But Keith Jackson's, that's like a historic legend.
Well, Gus is good. He's close.
But historic legend, no.
Right.
No, I listen.
I just need to see where you were on your scale.
I go Musburger.
Over Keith Jackson?
I'm a big Musburger man.
Keith Jackson for college. That's always a college football voice in my head.
Yeah, but Musburger was fantastic.
I mean,
like he would do Alabama, and
well, yeah, he got in trouble. Oh, no, it was Georgia he got in trouble with.
Yeah, but I didn't understand why he got in trouble. That's the stupidest thing in the world. Yeah, hey, parents, let your sons grow up to be quarterbacks. Because the quarterback from Georgia was dating the beautiful girl. What was it?
I forget her name. She might have been an Instagram model or something.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And he goes,
they cut a picture of her in the stands.
Let your sons grow up to be quarterbacks. What's wrong with that? Stop.
I didn't have a problem with
it was like, no, I know you didn't. It was just, I thought it was ridiculous. There was nothing like that, like a Saturday.
Let me, Joe 76 commenting on the commentators. Gary Danielson is a dip poop.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. He was, I mean, he's really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Like Vern and him were a team,
okay.
SEC team forever, right?
Yeah.
And I loved the two of them together. But man, he was like joyless. Yeah. He would do games. Like, I loved you. Like I said, it's like Alabama, LSU, right?
Yeah.
Like, all right, And like he was so joyless. I mean, he was good. And he knew his stuff.
Yeah.
Like Vern Lundquist was the best. Like he was happy.
Yeah. All those great guys were like good guys at a hotel bar.
Yes.
Those three, like Vern, Brent,
Burger.
yeah, and Keith Jackson, all guys that you have a good time with at the hotel bar.
Yeah, I got excited one time. I was doing some stuff with him, with Brent, and I was like, I'm digging it, man. It was really cool.
Yeah, some beers, talk some gambling.
Yeah, it was the best. Like he was the greatest.
Brad Nessler, honorable mention. Question,
I like
1998 likes Gary Thorne.
I was a Gary Thorne. I like Gary Thorne. I'm a big Gary Thorne guy. Gary Thorne was doing the Mets when I was covering the Mets. Great dude. Great hockey guy, dude.
Yeah.
Great hockey guy.
Question 1998. Michkov seems so happy when his coach is on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, I know. I don't think it's
on the other side of the planet.
Oh my God. I hope it gets fixed. All right, we want to do a quick TO? All right, let's do a quick TO. Jules, you mind get someone because Bob Means Jobs is downstairs. He's coming up to want to watch the show. And
right.
Bob Means Jobs is one of the investors in the company. Yeah, you go get him?
Yeah.
You got to do game time.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's after Franny, is it? No? Okay. Yeah, I'll do games then.
All right. So we'll get the bro's not doing anything. Well, let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook. Right, here we go. Here's what we got going on. Philadelphia baseball, Nola on the mound tonight. You can live bet on baseball, pro golf, MMA, tennis, WNBA. Join me now. Make downtime fun time all summer long with the Bet Parks app. Bet Parks brings the casino to you on the beach, the boat, the lake, the land, on the wherever you're at, by the pool or the couch. It's right there at your fingertips. You got blackjack and craps, all the classic casino games, plus all the hundreds of online slots. Bet Parks' new great offer. Join me now. Get up to $500 casino bonus back in your first 24 hours, plus 500 bonus spins on the hot online game. Go, 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 collect them. BetParks online, always another way to win. BetParks.com is all the details. Got to be 21. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, you know what's funny? We can stream anything instantly. You can order food, like 15 minutes it's there. Somehow getting tickets to a game or a concert, it can feel like a full-time job. You're dealing with waiting rooms, prices jumping around, hidden fees. It's brutal. And that's why I've been using the Game Time app. It makes everything easy. I used it last night for crew tickets, cheaper than anywhere else, super easy. So you see great seats, real prices, no nonsense. What you see is what you pay. No surprise fees popping up at the checkout. And I love this. Before you buy it, you can see the view from your seat. So you're not guessing if you're stuck behind a pole or something. They've also got these zone deals where you pick the section and they pick the exact seat and save even more money. And with Game Time Guarantee, you know your tickets are legit and you're getting the best price. Honestly, it takes all the stress out of it. And if you're trying to hit a game, a concert, whatever, it's just the easiest way to do it. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code PHLY for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. And again, that code is PHLY for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today and get to it.
Here we go. Let's go. Today, they report. Tomorrow, they're on the field. Camp is here. Yes. Joining us, St. Francis of football, Franny Films.
They do not crave food nor drink for nourishment, for they exist solely on the glow of the all-22 monitors. They are the Leatherheads, and he is Franny Films.
On the clock, brought to us by Ashley, as we get ready for training camp 2026. That's right,
Let's go,
St.
guys.
Francis. That's right. We're here, baby.
It's the best time of year. Let's go.
It is the best time of the year. I can't wait. Like, we're at such a great period of time to ramp up to the season, Francis.
It's the best time. And, hope springs eternal. We talk about this every year with spring training in baseball, but it's absolutely that way. With parity being the way that it is in the NFL, there are surprises every year. A year ago at this time, what were the expectations that the Seattle Seahawks were going to be the team that was going to be standing in the winner's circle at the end, right? So there's a lot of reasons to be excited about this Eagles team, which we'll talk about over the next several weeks as we gear up and get closer to week one. But I'm excited for some new football to watch. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun few weeks.
I know. You know what's amazing? I'm like Pavlov's dog. So earlier, like before you got on, VG was mentioning, Garrett. We was talking about the Ohio State deal with JP Morgan, right?
Right.
So I go, listen, Buckeyes, it's Ohio State, it's Buckeyes. And then my mind goes from saying Buckeyes to Gus Johnson saying Buckeye. First down. Right? Then we start getting into this whole other thing about, Gary Danielson and Musburger and everybody else. Like, this is what it is, let alone the NFL and the Eagles. Like, this is our happy place, man.
It was I was listening to a show, so over at ESPN, Reese Davis, obviously the anchor for College Game.
I love Reese.
Reese is phenomenal at what he does, and he's been doing Wimbledon, and so he's been away from their normal show. So when he came back, after doing Wimbledon and doing the some stuff over across the pond, he said, "All right, we have the buttoned up Reese Davis," and they showed examples of him like hosting, getting ready, and then here's Reese Davis at the whiteout. Here's Reese Davis down at LSU at night. Here's Reese Davis, and just showing that footage. And I'm like listening to my car, and I'm like, oh, like we're here. Like I just probably back into it.
It's the culture of it, man, which I love. Like just that excitement that you get, and it's cool. Whether it's the NFL and we're getting ready for I'll go show the pictures of Lincoln Financial Field. And it's like pregame and everybody's working their way through, or like, let's look at Lambeau and look at, SoFi, like 425 starts, and the whole world of it is just the greatest, man. Like it's our senses that gets awake. Nothing awakens your senses like football.
Yeah, and it's different. What's cool about it is that it's different for everybody, right? Like what gets you going for this is different. What gets me going is
Yeah.
for all of our viewers that live and die by everything. Maybe it's the smells that for people tailgating, going into Lehigh, and you smell that, and you're like, ah. Like, yeah, that brings you back to it. And for me, like, yeah, getting out on the grass tomorrow. This will be my 17th Eagles training camp. It'll be my 22nd year working in football, and just the smell of the grass, like the feel of it. Guys going out for the first time. Like, it's the best sport in the world.
No, that you're right. Like being on the sidelines, like during practice, I love standing there, like arms folded, be next to one of the coaches and just kind of go like, look at that. What do you see there? Like, what'd you see there? Like there's that whole taking it all in, drinking it all in. It's fun, man. It's and this is how it all begins, right? Like this season, so much of this stuff it's so important.
Yeah, and it's a new year for everybody. Like we know what to expect from a lot of these key names, right? And a lot of these key faces, but you never know when Father Time might catch up to somebody, or where injuries, or the guys that make that year 1 to year 2 leap, or that year 2 to year 3 leap, and so guys shock you all the time. Who are the undrafted free agents that are going to pop that you weren't expecting? Who's Bo's camp crush going to be as we get into the first couple weeks of training camp? When you start having these kind of discussions, that's what makes football great.
All right, so let's look at it as a little preview here. Give me the arrow up guys that you believe can kind of make that leap. I'm thinking one in particular on defense, in the middle of that defense.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, yeah, if you're talking about Jhoan Campbell, that would be certainly a name that I would keep an eye on there. And there's a lot of reasons to be excited. Look, last year, obviously he gets benched midway through the season for Nakobe Dean, but it was not because Jhoan Campbell was playing poorly. It was, hey, like Nakobe is the heartbeat of this defense when he's healthy, and what he means both tangibly and intangibly for everybody else around him. He was like that, part of that connective tissue there in the middle of that defense. Now, the other side of the coin of that is, all right, well, they gotta replace that somehow, with Nakobe being gone. But I would not expect Jhoan Campbell to take up that part of the mantle just yet. That said, like, I'm excited to see like another year of prep and really his first full off season at the position. I know he's been banged up and dealing with some medical stuff, but honestly, that's more of a reason why he should be like, in the film room and, kind of going through all the mental stuff. So I'm excited to see what he looks like in year 2. I'm excited to see this defensive line, what they continue to look like. I expect big things from Nolan Smith this coming year. So to me, like there are a bunch of guys on defense that I'm really excited about. But look, the big story is going to be this new look offense. And Sean Mannion as the offensive
We
coordinator.
can't get away from it. We're going to be obsessed with this offense. Like the first thing that I wanted to talk to you about with is like, let's talk about what goes into installing something lit. Now they started at the mini camps, and they, all the homework, everything else, but now it gets implemented. Now it's work every day on installing this thing.
Yeah, really, what you're trying to do early on is have your base core principles, right? Like these are your base run plays, your base pass plays. Like this is what our bread and butter is going to be, and then you're just layering on top of that as camp goes, right? So you get into the latter part of we'll say the early stages of next week. All right, now you're getting into like the second part of the install, and then you get to a few days later, and now it's another layer, more play action, more motion, more things where it's like, all right, we're building on top of everything. And you talk all the time about marrying the run and pass together. That's what, when you're teaching all of it, all that stuff that is married together, you're either teaching it in conjunction with one another, or it's like, hey, we just worked on this run play earlier this week. All right, here are a handful of pass plays that we're going to run off of that. And what makes it so exciting is, and there's been a lot of talk about how much more they're going to be under center this year. When you do that, that opens things up. All the possibilities are expanded even more. And so that where you were kind of siloed previously, where you're living in a heavy shotgun world offensively with Jalen Hurts a few yards behind the center, now all of a sudden when he gets under center, now the variety of things that you can do both in the run game standpoint and then the play action standpoint get expanded. And so yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like in person, just because I'm going off of secondhand, like what people have told me from the spring, listening to players and coaches talk about it. I'm excited to get my eyes on it. Now, look, it's not going to look exactly how it will look once we see in week 1, but I am excited for this little taste that we're going to get over the next few weeks.
And I'm curious what kind of teacher Mannion is, right? Like, some guys will go through practice and then you correct at the end of it, right? Like, hey, this is what we saw. Look, some guys will stop in the middle of it. Like Andy was a stop in the middle of it,
right?
Coach, like, mistake would have. Now listen, you got to do it like that, right? Like that. That's part of it. Like I like those kind of teaching moments because I much rather correct as it's happening. Like when I coach my kids, I want to have it like as it's happening. No. Let's do it again. Let's do it right. This is what we need to do. This is what we need. How it needs to look.
Yeah, and look, that is one of the big things. Usually with that is like the tone that is set from the from the head coach, and so that's something where I think Nick Sirianni will continue to have big input. Is how the practice is structured, but then also, hey, if there are corrections to be made, we're going to do them right now. We're going to do them off to the sideline, and we're going to keep things moving. Like he's the one that's going to set the tone and the pacing from that standpoint.
The only thing is, it's fascinating how it works because this is a Mannion production. It's his guys, right? He's going to, you say it like, he's going to go from station to station, Sirianni, and Mannion's going to be the one that needs to make the corrections, that needs to, like, he's going to have to coach it.
Yeah, and it's
Nick doesn't know his system like that.
Right. Well, that's what has been so interesting to track over the years, because obviously this is not our first rodeo when it comes to new offensive coordinator. What is it going to look like now? It's Kellen Moore's offense. It's Kevin Patullo's offense. It's Brian Johnson's offense. It's Shane Steichen's offense. It's Nick Sirianni's offense. He will always say, he being Nick, will say it's the Eagles' offense, right? So I'm interested to see, like, what is that dynamic? What does that look like out in the field? Everything that I've heard and just listening to everybody, it feels like everybody's rowing the same direction. And that's what you want. That's exactly all the things that you wanted to hear if you were an Eagles fan. To me, if you were listening to it this spring, you heard it. And so that to me is the sign of good things to come, but they need to continue to play things out that way.
Yeah, I mean, the most excited thing I want to see his demeanor, Mannions. Does he look confident? Does he look like he's on it, know what he's calling, and walk up and down the sideline with confidence? Does he look a little overwhelmed his first couple of practices in control? I want an update.
I hear he's pretty.
Yeah, but you don't know until you see him out there running his first practice. Yeah. I want to see what he looks like out there.
Yeah, and honestly, it's the same thing with like calling a game, and this will be the first time he's obviously ever had to do that. And I think that it'll be rocky early. Like he's not gonna hit the ground running. It's very unlikely.
What if he does though, Franny? What if he does?
I mean, well, if he does,
they just come out and just be like, "Oh man, this guy's got it together. He's locked down." But
I'm not expecting that.
I'm not expecting it. I'm just saying, what if he does? That's what I want.
That would be a very pleasant surprise.
Yes.
But I'm excited. I'm hoping that we get a real feel for what the identity of the offense is going to be, what the bones of it are going to be, and then we just watch it all play out. And obviously, it's not just a new offensive coordinator, play caller. You get the new offensive line coach, the new run game coordinator. You got new receivers. Like the offensive line's healthy again. Jaylen, adjusting. Like there's so many things at play here with this offense that'll be making the number one topic to follow through the course of the summer.
One of the things, I'm sorry. One of the things that I'm dying to see, like from this offense, is are they going to go lean more into the screen game? Like they got to get more screen. Like I want to see Saquon get the ball out of the backfield a little bit now.
Yeah, that is definitely something that we've heard over the course of Saquon's time, but honestly, even going back, I mean, it feels like every summer, every spring, we hear like, oh, we want to get the running back more involved with the pass game, and I think every coach says that, but putting it into practice is the other part of it. And so, there are a lot of factors that lean into why maybe it's not as effective with a quarterback like Jalen Hurts. When you get the defensive lines want to be a little bit more cautious and want to play contain a little bit more, so that kind of takes away the screen game a little bit. But look, Green Bay has been a really good screen team over the course of the last few years. So I'll be excited to see if Mannion and Mahaffey kind of bring some of that with them here to Philadelphia.
Well, that's what I was expecting. And listen, it makes perfect sense. Like when he's in shotgun, and he's doing his thing, and the way Jaylen was, the screen's not going to work against a team like that because they are playing contained. So you're going to run it right into the teeth of it. But now, with him not running more, with him running less, with them leaning him to being under center, like I want to see a lot more creativity at the line of scrimmage now.
Yeah, and honestly, like even if it's not the screen game, just there are other ways to get the running back involved with the pass game as well. I remember I've said this on the show recently a couple weeks ago that I was listening to a Steve Sarkisian clinic, Steve Sarkisian, the head coach of Texas, but this is when he was at Alabama, and saying how like the least used like offensive mismatch for offenses in football is like the running back in the pass game, and just finding ways to be able to utilize that. And it's not about like just 3-count screens, like all right, drop back, hold, and dump the screen off. It's sail routes, vertical routes out of the backfield, and that's something we've seen like
wheels
over times, and all the wheel routes and the sail routes, and that's something that Green Bay, again going back to them, they've been very good at running those kinds of concepts. I think back to Aaron Jones and the one in his prime in that offense, and so I do wonder if that's a way you can kind of utilize Saquon in this offense as well.
I mean, all you got to do is look at Detroit and how they throw it to Gibbs, and now he is one of the greatest route runners as a back that I've ever seen. Like B. West was great at it. Marshall Faulk was good at it. There's nobody better than Gibbs. Like Gibbs, his route running is it's precise. It's unbelievable what he does and how they use it.
To me, like with Saquon, a lot of it would be the vertical stuff, right? Like the wheel routes, the sail routes, where now it's like him as a runner.
Some wheels last year. Yeah,
like it's like him as a running back. Like get him in space, with a full head of steam. He's a runaway train off the tracks. Just finding ways to be able to do that, I think, is advantageous.
The only thing that I'm worried about is, all right, what's the distribution look like from the receivers? And, how much are you going to, like, you're counting a hell lot on Goddard, a lot, for a guy that has his injury history.
Yeah, and look, we talked earlier about the order of operations when it comes to the install, right? And look, when you're installing the offense, so that this is what we want to be, this is everything that's on our menu, right? And we talk all the time about identity. What happens over the course of the first few weeks of the season? Teams again, because you don't have two-a-days. It's not, guys aren't playing in the preseason. So the first month of the year is very much a feeling out period for offenses and defenses across the NFL, where you really get a sense of this is who we are this season. This is who we want to be. This is our strengths. These are our weaknesses. This is who our true identity is on a week-to-week basis. And so that when you're doing that, you're taking those things that you install over the course of the spring and summer, and now you're just whittling that down and saying, all right, we thought we were going to be a really good outside zone team, and we thought we were going to really lean into 12 personnel. I'm just making stuff up. Hey, you know what? We're not, the outside zone stuff's not really hitting for us, but our downhill, like our duo runs and our power run game is really, really good. And you know what? The 12 personnel, like Stowers wasn't quite ready. Johnny Munn's not giving us quite enough as a pass catcher. But hey, Mekhi Lemon is ahead of schedule with what we thought, and Dontavian Wicks is exactly what we thought. He's got a great wide receiver 3 for us right now. Hey, like we're going to be more of an 11 team than maybe we thought in June, right? And so you make those adjustments as you go, and the best coaches understand what those change-ups are going to be, what those answers are going to be to allow you make those adjustments midstream. Yeah, and so that's what is going to be fascinating. Is you might have an idea, you might have a plan, but it's the Mike Tyson quote of like everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Like defenses are going to adjust, defenses are going to start playing you a certain way. All right, what's your answer to that? And how do you adjust off of that? And so that will also be something interesting to track here as we get into once we get into mid-October.
You guys, there's some chatter in the chat about the need for that first team offense to play in the preseason games. Do you think you'll see any of that?
I doubt it. To me, I think that they'll one of the best parts about this organization, and when you look at the 2 Super Bowl teams, meaning like 2024 and 2022. Those teams were extremely healthy. Like, I think the first one, Avonte Maddox was the only guy that was hurt. Like the entire of the starting guy, the guys that started in week 1 were available at Super Bowl. That does not happen. And I think that they look at that as like, you can't prevent every injury, but you're doing what you can to mitigate risk. And I think that they're going to continue to do that.
Yeah, listen, I know they need to work, and we all going to want to see it, but he's not playing in preseason. He's not going to do it. He's going to do all his work in practice and in joint practices because
joint practice. And look, we've seen Jalen Hurts take a series here or there, in the first team offense take a series here or there. So I wouldn't completely rule it out, but I don't think we're going to get something where it's like, oh yeah, the dress rehearsal and where they're playing in the first half. Like that ain't happening.
Yeah, you remember the rhythm of how it used to be?
Yeah.
Week 1 of the preseason, nobody played.
One series.
Right?
Yep.
Like the one they come out one series, that was it.
Yep.
Week 2, you amped it up, right?
Maybe first quarter. Yep.
Right. Week 3, they played a half.
Full first half. And then you got the week off, or you got the week off of the 4th preseason game against the Jets.
Yeah. That was always the rhythm of the preseason and how they played. It's funny how they rethought. Like everything has been rethought. At some point soon, they'll get rid of the 2 of the preseason games that you expect.
Yeah, my guess is you'll probably get to you get to 2 preseason games where the second one is basically your it's that's like your final preseason game, and maybe your starters play a little bit in the first. Looking across the league, I think that's the way they'll go, and then they'll go to an 18-game regular season schedule. But that's conversations for like March of 2028.
Yeah. You know what's wild though? I was thinking about preseason when I was a kid, we would go down the shore. We loved it. Like it was down, and the Eagles would always play because we would do like the first 2 weeks of August, and like my cousin and I would stay home and watch like the first half of the game because it was like, let's go. Like everybody would go to the boardwalk and we'd stay back and then go out after because we had to watch the Eagles play. It was part of the rite of summer in August was Eagles preseason, and everybody down the shore would be talking about it. It was the best.
I remember because my dad would bring the papers home every day from work, and it was like, all right, like dinner table. I remember Damo would have the big centerfold, like the big training camp preview, and that that day in the summer, like probably be like Monday, would probably be like yesterday, where it's like, all right, my dad's making like chicken cutlets or something over here, and I've got the entire spread, daily news spread out over the course of the kitchen table, and we're going through every detail. But yeah, it's that time of year.
Best. That I used to love those special sections. Like I used to do a lot, like especially when I was in New York, and they were like, "Yo, I do a lot of league stuff." So I would write. I'd make my way through camps all over the country, and writing all. I loved it. It was. Remember when we were kids, the magazines would come out.
Yes.
Right, and Athlons and Street Smith, and then all the football magazines. They used to have it like Rite Aid or CVS.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
And you would go.
You still can get those, but it's just like it's so tough because they were written like 2 months ago, and it's like, well, what's the I want the stuff that. That's why you come to. That's why you become a diehard and you come to PHLY now. But yeah, back in the day, it was all about the magazines and the papers.
And it was wild because I used to write for Street and Smiths. I used to write a draft story every year. So I would go through. You grade it. It was stupid. It's the dumbest exercise ever, but. I'd write about the draft on every team. And I'd have to have it done by like May 2nd.
Yep.
For the lead time so it could come out for July.
Yep. Yeah, exactly right. It's a different world now, but this is the time of year where I'm hoping like everybody out there, maybe you checked out a little bit, you were a little bit turned off with the way how things ended last year. It's time now. Get fired up.
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, listen, all eyes on Jaylen, right? Like it's going to be such a kind of fun thing, and I think he's got the right headspace. I hear that he's locked in and like all in on it, and so hey, let's go, let's see it. I'm curious to see what they're going to do at backup. You think McKee will be here by the end of camp? You think they move him?
That would be my guess. Barring like some kind of injury somewhere else. I think that you're probably. But the thing is, it's a very crowded room. You draft Cole Payton, and you think, and from what I understand, like they like Cole Payton, and that's a guy that they want to invest some time in to develop. But having 4 quarterbacks is tough. So I'll be interested to see how that plays out. I know that Andy Dalton got a lot of the second team reps in the spring. So
Yeah,
what does that
Tanner
mean?
was dinged up at that point.
Okay.
I heard Tanner was dinged up. I don't like Dalton as my backup. God forbid Jaylen goes down. I mean, I just think he's fried.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that would be the concern. So that is a sneaky, like under the radar storyline, certainly to watch.
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait. All these storylines everywhere.
I kind of hate the Daltons on this team.
The Red Rifle?
I hate him. He stinks. He's like, bums me out every time I hear that he's on this team. I try to forget.
You know, he's good in the room. Like, he's one of those guys.
Is he?
He knows.
Oh,
I mean, that's what I'm told.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in the league for 17 years now. You're not bad in the room if you last that long.
Like he's
right.
He's a guy that would clear waivers easily, right? If they needed to, and just sign him afterwards.
No, I don't think so, man. I mean,
Really?
he's been a number 2 quarterback in the league for the last like almost decade. He's
Franny's right.
There's a reason why the Eagles traded for him. Is that like there's a market for a guy like that.
God.
Yeah. No, he's right.
That's what Brent was right. Tell your kids to be quarterbacks.
Yeah, I'm trying. I got Massimo throwing. We start workouts. Let's go. Oh, Franny, I'm just excited. What's your schedule? What are you going to be doing? Because I need live reports at all times.
I mean, every day that I go to practice, I'll come into the studio and I'll do the Eagle show at 2:00 with Bo and EJ. When I'm not doing that, I'm sitting here and I'm watching film. We're trying to get this draft guide out by the end of August in time for week 0. So it's worlds separated from last year.
Wait, the draft guide out by week 0?
Yeah, I mean, I've got reports written on like 100+ guys already. So we're going, man. We're hitting the ground running.
The question in the chat, he suggested a nickname for Franny called the tapeworm. I don't mind it.
No, it's good, but he's already got enough nicknames. I love St. Francis of football.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. If you know Franny, he is a saint. Like, he's got that vibe about him. I know you're not, and I'm not trying to put you at, but you get my point. You're like St. Francis of football. Like, he's a good man, right? And he loves football.
Yes.
And that's why, to me, I like it better than Franny Films.
St. Francis better than Franny Films?
St. Francis of football.
All of it's better. The tapeworm's creative, but I'd rather not be a worm. Like at the end of the day, so I'll take.
He's just digging into the tape, man.
Yeah, the worms, the
tapeworm.
Yeah, the worm. You don't want to be a worm. No, the worm. You don't want to be a worm. You want to be a roach. Like, that's horrible.
Wait, worm greater than roach? Come on.
Yeah, but it's the same family. No. A worm's horrible.
I got no backbone. I'm bottom of the food chain. I eat dirt. Like
they slither. Anything that slithers.
All right, you're right.
Is horrendous.
All right. Yeah, I'm out. Sorry, question 1998.
Yeah, that's all. No worms, man. Like I still skeeve. Like if I see worms,
I had to move a planter, and there's worms under. Yeah.
Wait, no, horrible.
No good.
Horrible.
My son's favorite moment. We're doing yard work. I pull stuff up, and there's all the worms. He knows immediately. All right, grab those things, throw them into the raspberries because I grow raspberries and stuff out back. So throw them right into the raspberries so they can do the work over there.
Oh wait, the worm. So what does the worm do?
Worms are great for like the vegetable garden, the fruits, the fruit bushes, and all that stuff. Yeah, I throw them into all that stuff.
Oh really? You scoop them and throw them in with the raspberries.
Throw them right into the raspberries, the tomatoes, the peppers, the whole deal.
You growing some organic raspberries out there? I'm in the market for some raspberries that are locally grown with this parasite thing going on.
Oh yeah, once we get to like preseason game 3, I'm gonna be swimming in raspberries every day.
I'll buy a pint.
Office,
$10 a pint. I'll give you $10 for a pint.
Wait, so what do you now? Where do you like? What's your farm situation here?
Well, it used to be a lot more robust than it is now. Like just with my son, we're busy all the time. So it used to be a lot more. But right now out back, we've got I've got raspberries, I've got Calabrian chilies, I've got a couple different cherry tomatoes.
You got Calabrian chilies?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yo, cuz. You gotta bring them in.
Yeah, that's new this year. This is the first time I've done the Calabrian chili, and they've taken well. I wasn't sure how they were going to do, and they're doing pretty well.
Well, I didn't know you can grow them around here. I didn't know you could grow.
Yeah, that's I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but it's going pretty well. So I'm
my
going to
favorite
be
pepper.
harvesting them soon.
I'm a little disappointed in you. You got some soil of your own over there. You're not doing any work with the Calabria pepper, chilies.
Dude, I'm not.
Come on, you throw some seeds in and some water.
Dude, I don't know what to do. My wife, every year, one year she got all these plants. She's like, listen, we got to make use of the yard. And she's right. We got, we're in Jersey, right?
Usually
There's
is right.
farmsteads everywhere around where I live.
Yeah, it's good
She's
soil.
like, you gotta do. We'll get all the boys. We're gonna plant this garden, tomatoes, and everything, right? I'm like, all right. Like, I don't know anything about it. Like, what? Like, I don't really like dirt, right? Like, I'm not really a fan of pruning, and I kind of
put some gloves on.
I know, but
no bare hands in there.
I'm not digging it, right?
Literally.
And then the boys aren't good. So really, she's like, I can't do this.
Yeah, well, the
myself.
boys are not going to be good farmers.
No.
But it should be something you and Tam, you bond. A little bonding time out there in the garden every day.
I guess I should. Franny, you do what you do. You
don't enable him, Franny. Don't give him these. Let him grow his own. Don't be an enabler.
No, I need the chilies. I love
I'll let you know how they go. I'm pretty close to picking the first couple, so we'll see how that goes, and I'll mix it in some pasta, and we'll see how that goes.
That's the best.
A lot of pressure on him. He's got to bring these in, and then you're going to give him thumbs up or thumbs down.
No, I'm not going to give thumbs down. He knows he gets the thumbs up. That's what it is. Perfect. All right, we got so much to do this season, so I got to get with you to come up with your schedule, camp, then the season. We got a lot. We got college football to discuss. I need you. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. It's the best time of year. We're gonna get it rolling here.
I love it. St. Francis of football. You're the greatest, brother.
Appreciate it, guys. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, Franny. There he is.
Chat's saying you sound like a fancy boy.
I'm a little, well, I'm more, the city thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Got to get in with the dirt. Even I got a little alley garden going. I got all kinds of stuff throwing.
That's not a garden. That's just South Philly.
We got some lemon. We got some basil.
My buddy's father, Armando, used to have more tomatoes everywhere.
Let's go.
That's not. No, I got a real ranch.
You got nothing but dirt right now. I got at least some herbs going.
I got a basil plant.
All right. I don't believe it. I want to see pictures.
I got a basil plant. I got that. All right.
Is it dead?
Listen, we got royalty in the studio.
I know.
Bob needs jobs.
I would have put pants on him. Instead of shorts if I knew he was coming up.
Look at that.
I like it.
Say hello, Bo. Come around. Why are you shy? You're never shy. Yeah. Come on, Bo. Punch VG.
Yes, exactly. This should be like a series. We do a weekly web series of him growing chilies.
What do I know about farming? I don't know about farming. I know about the pepper. The pepper I know about. I love the pepper. All right, we're going to have some fun here because LeBron is here. The Sixers have been remade. We are in Philadelphia on a heater. Everything's looking bright. All right. Talking about the birds. I know we get the Phillies, listen, we'll get more on them later. But Flyers look great, birds, and the Sixers. LeBron is here. So the excitement of this whole thing, I want to share it with you guys. That's the one thing I missed when I was on the radio. It was easy. I walk in with a story like LeBron, there would be 12 lines that were lit and stay that way for 4 hours, right? And just one after the other. Joe, you're on 97.5 and WIP, whatever we did. And we would just talk about it. And I loved it. It was like, get nuts, get pumped up. So we have the capability, and it's even better because there's a video element to it. So we urge you to now become, and I want to incorporate this because we're on a great time where we need to share this together. So we want you to email Julia at allphly.com to either send your videos or to get a link to come on the show live. And we're going to start doing that. So we got our people, Jules. All right, let's do We got our last TO? Yeah. Let's do our last TO. And then we'll go, and then we'll get it started. I love it. All right, here's a word from our friends. Let's talk about Dick's Sporting Goods, my favorite. All right? Because Moscow starts football. So I got to go get him. He needs new cleats. He's going to get a new mouth guard. Right? Last year he had the one with the dollar signs because he likes the dollar. He calls himself Dollars, right? So he's going to have that. He's going to get the sleeve, right? The whole nine. And he also is getting into golf, so he wants a new driver because he likes to go, Daddy, I hit it 260. Dick's Sporting Goods is everything, right? It's everything. It's got all your fall sports, whether it's fall baseball, fall softball, fall soccer, or football. All the helmets and pads and everything. They got it all. They also have all the gear to rep our teams. So you go there. The selection's awesome. Check it out. You can shop at your local Dick's Sporting Goods. Mine's at Deffert Mall. Or online at anytime, Dicks.com. That's Dick's Sporting Goods before the next game on the backfields. Or you're heading down to rep the squads. Go to Dick's Sporting Goods, the house of sports. Fall sports starts at Dick's. All right.
Let's talk about Ace Hardware Home Services. They're so important this time of year. Heat and humidity sneaking in. The AC might not be cranking like it should. And the temperatures are changing. It's getting warmer, so don't worry. If you got issues, Ace Hardware Home Services, they got you covered. From AC repairs to water heaters, plumbing, electrical, they're trusted pros that bring the same helpful service you know from the Ace stores right to your home, right to your front door, from Philly to the Jersey Shore. And it's important. They got the right people. They bring the right tools, the right know-how. They got everything you need. So whether it's a quick fix or a big summer project, they've got all the tools. They've got the know-how. Then the people to get the job done right. You see their trucks all around town. All your neighbors are using them. Ace Hardware Home Services, they're bringing the helpful to your home. It's that helpful you love from the store right to your home. So visit acehardwarehomeservices.com today to get started on your next home repair project.
All right, welcome back. Now let's get to it, all right? Let's experience LeBron and the Sixers. Who's do we got first? Yo, Bry! Welcome to the show, my
Hey,
brother.
good morning, guys. 4 for 4.
Yes!
What's up, Brian?
My man, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, it's awesome, isn't it? I mean, talk about plot twists. This year's been the year of the plot twist for us.
Whew. That is so true. You're so right. The plot twists, we're going through one with the Phillies right now, too. Hopefully there's another one to get them up.
Absolutely. But, hey, think about 3 or 4 months ago what we would have said about the Sixers, what we would have said about the Flyers, and how that turned around totally overnight. I think it's just success is breeding success here.
I love that. I love that idea. I love that concept. And you're right. I mean, you look at it, and this thing was dead in the water. Like, kept talking about Paul George, Bry. Like, can you get under that contract? I didn't see how they could do it. And when they get Jaylen Brown, that's what gets LeBron's attention. And that's just Mike Gansey. Isn't it amazing? Morey comes here, the big fanfare, right? Making huge money. Gansey comes here, they announce it on a Friday night. And he's the one, without losing a single game on purpose, that reshapes the whole franchise.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, it's just amazing, and I think it's also a good fit for Philadelphia, where we really respect somebody who does the job, and it's not all about the flash, the dash, the patrician type of person. So I think it really is a great fit for Philadelphia, and it fits the way our attitude is.
He's like Mr. Wolf, Gansey.
Yeah.
Just came in and cleaned it up.
Yeah. Quick. Just quick
Yeah.
and precise.
Yeah.
And you know what, Bri? I don't know about you. I like someone with a vision. Like, I need to see you have a vision, a plan. It didn't feel like Morey was like, all right, I'm going to fill out the roster. He was always shopping at the Target at the end of free agency, grabbing guys that were on the shelf too long.
Brendan Wofford, who?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
come on.
Yeah, those last couple of years, it was like catch as catch can, make it up as you go type of thing.
Yeah, Bri, you're so right, man. So, what would you? How would you describe yourself? Like, what has you? You're 4 for 4. What has you most excited? Like, take us into your world.
Yeah, I mean, I like the winning attitude and just seeing that it's such a great story in sports when you can take a team or an organization that seems like, hey, it's down and out. But no, there are good parts that are there. And you can put them together, show that you have a solid base, and build from there. And it just happens in this case, we built a lot faster than anybody could have expected.
Yeah, it's the truth. And then you mentioned the Flyers too. Like, you think about the Flyers, and how bad it was right around the break. Remember, like right after the Olympic break, how dark it was. I remember going down to one of the games. They got smashed by the Rangers. It was like 7-2, Bri. And after the game, I went and saw Tocchet, and I'm like, "Yo, dude, keep your head up. It's in the long haul, right?" Like, and shortly thereafter, they went on that streak right into the beginning of March.
Yeah, I really like Tocchet. I hope people are going to not get too hard on him. I think we got a little bit tough on him there around January, February. And he's got to have a chance. But I think we feel comfortable with him. He has his history with Phillies. So, yeah, we're going to bust on him pretty bad. So it comes with the territory.
All right, we are starting training camp tomorrow. Give me your outlook for the Birds.
I am looking forward to it. The defense, I love defense. And so just seeing what they're going to be able to do this year, knowing that Vic's back, and thinking about some of the great players like Coop. I want to see him put on some more clinics like he's done. Like one of my highlights is where he had an open field tackle on Derrick Henry. And seeing something like that where it's just like it comes out of a film, out of a clinic.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that. I went to Vanderbilt, so I'm nervous. I want to see how Eli Stowers does.
He's going to play a big role, Brian.
That.
You're going to need him to catch ball, right? I mean, I don't know if Gard stays healthy. He's got to be part of the pass game.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Get in there and mix it up. Get a few good plays in. I think that's what we would want this year and show some capability. And, yeah, he's got to show some basic blocking capability, too.
Yeah, I'm with you. Bri, it's great seeing your smiling face. It's great to share this with you. I love this stuff. So don't be a stranger, okay?
Absolutely.
Thanks, brother. You're the man.
All right. See you guys.
See you, Bri.
Love the Quaker shirt.
I know. It looked good.
Yeah.
I love this, man. Look at the smile on Brian's face, man. That's awesome. Like, this is what I talk about Philadelphia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said something about, LeBron getting a real sports town, and I was on some national show, and they were like, whoa, they're saying Cleveland's not a sports town? I'm like, come on. I'm like, yeah, it's a good sports town, but
sure,
it's cute. Like, It's not Philadelphia.
Oh, nothing like Philadelphia.
I mean, come on. It's small. Like, it's, Philadelphia's a metropolis.
Small,
that feels smaller, but it's a metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got John.
John, welcome to the show. Yo, John.
Cuz, yo.
What's up, brother?
What do we got, buddy? What's going on?
I had beers with John at the South Street Beer Garden. Yeah, earlier this week.
Yeah, what's up, VG? I ran to VG at the beer garden. He was extremely nice and talked my ear off a little bit. But I was with my white friends, and I was like, guys, violations Greg here. You guys aren't like, there's a celebrity in the house. And they were like,
yeah. They look very excited to see me.
Violations Greg. So there's a sighting. It's violations Greg.
Oh, John has imaginary friends. Going over to talk to that guy.
It's the daytime too, which was shocking. So
yeah. I'm a little. Don't have a lot of energy in the sunlight.
Was he melting at all?
A little bit. Yeah, definitely perspirating. A little bit.
Yeah. I was under the shade.
Johnny, Bron's here. What do you think, brother?
Dude, unbelievable. I mean, I kept saying when you were talking to Brian, the summer of Philly continues, man. After everything we've been celebrating, 250, FIFA, we got golf stuff every weekend. I mean, the Phillies were playing better, but whatever. That's a moot point right now. And then LeBron shows up. Because I was thinking about it, it's like the hot girl you always wanted to date, and she kept telling you no, no, no. And she finally says yes, and you're like, I can't even remember what all that was about. In the past. Maybe I love you. We're together now. Let's do it. Let's move forward. It's amazing. Amazing, man.
That is a great analogy, brother. That's a great analogy. It's the truth. And you look at the Sixers now, and geez, the Jaylen Brown stuff is almost an afterthought, which is amazing, right?
100%. You forget he's on the team, with LeBron signing up. But I can't get out of my head, if you're a Boston fan right now, you are miserable.
They're so miserable.
Yeah, they're hating on us now.
They find all kinds of reasons.
Yeah, LeBron's living in New York. Yeah. So what?
Yeah.
What? If he was playing for the Celtics and he's living in Montreal, would you care?
Right.
No. Live in Tunisia. I don't care as long as you're showing up. Who cares?
Right. Exactly. I wasn't expecting to go walk into my Wawa and see Bron and then chatting. Right? It is what it is. He's a global brand. He fits them perfectly on the floor. Look what he does as the facilitator, can help on the glass. He fits them perfectly. It really does make a lot of sense. Even at 41, what he can provide.
100%. And he's perfect for them on the court. He fits in nicely with all the guards and Embiid. But also, like you said, off the court. I mean, he brought in, Caldwell Pope. We'll see if he can attract anyone else to kind of even deepen that bench, which I'm shocked we have a bench right now. Where did that come from?
Gansey. Gansey's the man.
He is the man. Gansey rules.
Yeah, I'm with you. What do you think? All right, give me the outlook. Tell me what happens from tomorrow through February.
Tomorrow through February? Well, I think, in terms of Eagles, just across the board.
Eagles.
I'm thinking with the Eagles, I really think they're going to have an incredible season. I'm really high on Mannion. I know I have no track record to run off of, but I really feel like he's going to turn this offensive around. I mean, it stinks to lose AJ, but we still have a lot of weapons. I'm pumped about. I think we had a great draft. And then the defense is just studly, dude.
Yes.
It's studly. You still got Vic. You still got this squad. So I have really, really high hopes for the Eagles, really high. Deep run in the playoffs.
Hey, if you think about it, Johnny, the offense is going to take a little time. We get it. But to your point, man, I love this defense. I mean, you have Cooper and Quinyon, so two lockdown players in your secondary, two playmakers in your secondary. You got that front, which is going to be nasty. I heard Drew Rosenhaus is in town and
trying to work on something.
Yeah, I think they're looking at a Carter deal. I just look at this, man. I look at that defense. That defense is just going to be great. It's a great defense, man.
100%. The line's locked down. You still got Bond. I mean, he's still an elite player. I don't know what they're going to do at safety, but they'll figure it out. And like you said, have corners like that, unbelievable. I mean, it's going to be awesome again.
Yeah, we're back. All right. Do the Phillies fix it? What do you think?
Well, it's like Groundhog Day, right? Every day, every year. It's we need a right-handed bat. We need some help in the bullpen. Every single year, it feels like it's the same thing that we're talking about, unfortunately. I have hope every year. And again, I have hope this year. I mean, I can't run back these Keplers and these Garcias.
I know.
Austin Hayes. I'm
dude. De La Cruz. Right? Yeah. Look at them all. They're all the same guy. I mean, Derek Hill made a little contribution, but They're
He's
all
nice.
the same guy, man.
They got a real problem, man. There's some apathy going on with this team. They're not selling out. They need a move to energize this fan base, man.
Yeah,
They have to.
Dombrowski has to come. Listen, his legacy's on the line. Like, you've been at it for a long time. Oh, he's Hall of Fame, all this other stuff. Well, let's see. The Tigers World Series is a long ways away.
Yeah, it is.
It's been a minute.
And every year it's the big, the big guys have to show up. The Schwarbers, the Harpers, the Turner. And every year it's like, if they don't come through, we got nothing else, nothing else. So I'm staying optimistic with that starting pitching. I still feel good about, at least a little playoff run, but we'll see.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Johnny, what a pleasure, man. God bless you.
Guys. You're the best, man. I'll talk to you guys soon.
I love this because this is what I miss when I was doing the radio. Like, I get to talk to everybody. So this is awesome. So thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I wanted to say first time, last time. I don't know, or first time, long time, I should say.
Yes.
I don't know if I got to say that, but I needed to get that.
Yeah, don't make it a last time. First time, long time.
First time, long time.
See you at the beer
Hey,
garden.
boys. Have
See you,
fun.
Johnny. Take care, bud. This is awesome.
Yeah, he was great. Hanging out with him was fun.
I got my callers. This is great. Like, I get my people I get to hang out with.
That's great. Let's go.
This is what we talked about when we were doing the warmth of what sports provides. I always talk about sports building churches and connecting with people, A
lot of people thought John looked like Tunis. They're like, people are going to think it's Tunis on the air with thing.
You know what?
Does resemble him.
He does.
Yeah.
He definitely looked like Tunis. What do we got? Uncle Frank? Oh, there he is. There he is.
Is it him or is it his feet?
Hey,
come
Uncle
on.
Frank.
What do you say, boys?
He figured it out.
Hey, check us out.
Oh, he's got some
Check
zoom
this
action.
out.
Hey,
VG, I'm trying to stay focused. All right.
Try harder.
I went to three damn dollar stores looking for a king's crown, but I couldn't. But I got numbers. So there you have it.
Oh, look at that, dude.
Wow.
Love that. Frankie.
Yeah, how about that? Jules Rules. Where's Jules Rules?
Look. His house looks beautiful. Look at that. Get the
He's
trees.
got like a mansion.
It looks like a Tuscan.
Yes.
Right? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
that is awesome.
Maybe that's why Sarah's so choppy because he's in Tuscany.
Listen, I drink like I'm in a Tuscan inn. So All right. Let me get my damn here we go, Jules. I got to get my blinders on so I don't cross multiple lanes. So, by the way, Ann, one sidebar.
Oh, here we
when
go.
When Murph was talking to you about his self-inflicted razor wound, was VG looking runnerish? Because I thought he would have popped out of his seat and ran the hell over it.
Dude, he was getting thirsty.
I was drooling.
He was drooling. Just thinking
I
about
was ready to come in. I was waiting for Jules to get the right-hander from the bullpen. I was going to come in. So
yeah, man.
Listen,
you were watch out. If you see VG coming and stalking at night, run away.
So despite the fact, right, that this decision took longer than, I don't know, a gestation period of an African bull elephant, which I think is like a year and a half or 2 years long, we welcome this guy with open arms, man. Just it's beautiful. Let me ask you, have you ever seen a new regime come in, be so impactful in such a short period of time? It's incredible.
No, what Gansey's done, all kidding aside, I've never seen anything like it, that you reshape your roster that quickly. I mean, it's...
But
because even the other the Browns trade's one thing, but the, Simons and Dean Wade, there's a complete vision for the team.
And I think Myers got Gansey in the rooms where he might not have been able to get into without Myers. That's just, my call from 1,000 yards away. But
Myers was on that podcast with Rich Paul. I mean, he had some relationship there.
Yeah.
By the way, African elephant gestation period. Good call, Uncle Frank. Is 22 months.
Nice. How about that?
How do you pull that?
I'm like Marlon Perkins. I should be the. By the way, I have a sneaky suspicion.
Who's Marlon Perkins?
It's before like while it was a while like
dropping names from the 30s.
Yes, something like that years ago.
Okay,
way back machine.
Marlon Perkins. I thought I'm like
he died in '86.
Marlon Perkins.
So did I.
Who's Marlon Perkins? He plays center field for the Cubs.
My wife Mimi's shaking her head. By the way, speaking of wildlife, I got a sneaky suspicion the eel has relocated to the Great Barrier Reef because these guys are making him look like a knucklehead.
Yeah, you're right. If you're Maury right now, you're just like, I'm not even coming out of the house with my big sport jacket. Yeah.
If they see him, they should egg him. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there's Marlon Perkins. He's got the snake. Look at that.
There you have it.
That's you, Uncle Frank.
Not bad.
You're Marlon Perkins.
Not bad. That's a good haul for that's a good haul for an old gummy guy. Now listen, those guys
So
set
Frank,
the
people wanna know
table,
if you have a
right?
conversion van with no windows.
Curtains. Gotta have curtains.
Oh, that's
So,
great.
Listen, they set the table. Now, I guess Nicky's got to cook and clean up, right? He's got to put the puzzle pieces together, but it's all there, man. And I think he's knowing what he's getting into. I think he's more than capable.
Yeah, I listen. I feel the same way. I think, I think he'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. They're deep. I mean, they're all
Yeah,
LeBron's here. Like he can. LeBron, they're going to have ideas. I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be, it could be really, really good. I mean, it's going to be a fun ride.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby C made a great point. They'll be like the Lakers. If they can't run and gun, they'll slow it down, half court set, wait for Joe.
Yes.
I mean, you imagine Ron bring the ball up. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It would be incredible.
Listen, thank you for letting me get this content out of my head. So
well, we love you,
appreciate it.
Frankie. Like, we'll get on the rhythm. We'll get you going.
Oh, dude, yeah, it'd be awesome. I would love it. Love you guys.
Love you too, Frank. You were good, man. You were straight. You didn't meander. It was
great, man.
It was great.
Yeah.
Good job,
Blinders.
Frankie. Blinders.
All right. Love you guys.
DD.
Good work.
All right, good work. Jules got
See
you.
Hey, you solid.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Coherent.
Yes.
See, James, what happens is, like, he goes off the rails, and he starts talking like a guy who's all gummied up, right? He takes you through these winding, dark tunnels that you can't follow, like a labyrinth of thought, right? Like, you go into his head, it's like a labyrinth that you want to stay out of the corners. Yeah, exactly. All right, we got one more. What's our deal?
We got Sammy.
Let's go Sammy before ball. I want to talk to Sammy, my good mate from across the pond. It doesn't get better than Sam from England.
Sammy.
Hello.
What's up,
How
man?
are we?
What's up? Sixer UK?
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's got the tattoo out.
That's fabulous. That's awesome, brother.
Oh man, I texted you yesterday and I said, like, I don't know if I'm being a gatekeeper or not here, but if you weren't here for Furkan, for Cannonball, for Michael Carter-Williams, for Henry Sims, you don't deserve this now. You don't deserve this elite lineup. It's the best lineup we've had since Butler was here. I feel like the team, and it's got an even better chance than they did of winning a championship. There's no excuse now.
It is a great line. If you weren't here for Furkan,
Yeah.
like that, dude, you can gatekeep. I won't gatekeep because I'm gonna open up the borders and I want everybody to enjoy it. But you as the sentinel can gatekeep. You deserve it. You earned it. You've been on this team. You haven't wavered for years.
I appreciate it. No, I'm buzzing for it. Obviously, I'm super excited for the Eagles game in London. That's obviously going to come up first, and then now it's like my son. I'm so proud. Iverson came running down the stairs the other day when the Brown trade went on, and was like, "Have you seen we got Jaylen Brown?" And I was super proud when he announced that to me. And then the other day, I'm on my way home. I've had to turn you guys off because I'm driving and I don't want to get into trouble because I don't want to text and write in the YouTube chat. And my son's ringing me and I'm like, why is he ringing me? He's like, Dad. And I'm like, something's gone on at home. It's not good. And he's like, we've got LeBron James. And I was like, what? So then I'm illegally driving and putting you guys back on to see your reaction. And I'm like, man, I'm so proud of my son, like telling me that, it's
this is told Dad about LeBron.
This is great parenting by you, Sammy. The fact that you guys in another country are so excited about the Philadelphia 76ers is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
No, it is. Yeah, it's great. And my youngest Theo Joel, he loves baseball. He's very much into it. He's obsessed with his All-Star ball that I picked up when I was over. So yeah, they're all into it. Obviously, my middle son that you guys met in person, he's kind of getting there with the Phillies now, and he's not really into the Sixers. But the eldest one and me and the youngest one, we're more into it. So yeah, but no, I appreciate you having me on. I know you got Baldy coming up, and I can't how I've squeezed in between Uncle Frank the legend and Baldy the legend. I don't know, but I appreciate it.
Well, not for nothing, right? Baldy will appreciate this because I know he's watching. He'll appreciate the fact that you in England watched Baldy on Sky. Like there was nothing like Baldy going international, right?
No, yeah, exactly. And the guy he spoke to, Neil, is more bold than me. I'm still waiting for my hair to grow through. So he's used to speaking to bold people, British bold people. So he probably does appreciate us. But yeah, no, I do miss Baldy's breakdowns on Sky. But obviously I get him with you, so it's just as good, So and it's all about the Eagles rather than the Jags and the Texans or some random trash team that I don't care about.
I love rubbish.
Rubbish teams.
We love you, Sammy boy. Good seeing you.
Thanks for having me.
You be the gatekeeper, all right?
I will. Let's go Sixers.
Go Sixers. You got it. All right, we come back with Baldy. All right? Baldy on Bron.
Oh, yeah. Let's break down.
I want a Baldy breakdown of LeBron to the Sixers.
I think that's what we all need.
All right? It'll be great. Love Phillies coming up next. Baldy to kick it off. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. It's not just the title of Philly. It's a feeling. It's a heartbeat. A city that never asked for permission to be itself. That's us, right? That's our personality. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. And now in 2026, the world comes back to Philadelphia. Not just to remember, but to celebrate. The show isn't just about what's happening. It's about who we are while it's happening. Because Philadelphia isn't a backdrop. It's a character. It's the voice that tells it like it is. The guy at the end of the bar who doesn't sugarcoat a thing. It's the family that's been on the same block for generations. It's the artist, the athlete, the builder, the believer. It's the lifer, the dreamers, the grinders. It's all of us. And that's what Love Philly's about. We're going to sit with people that make this place go. The ones who built it, the ones carrying it, the ones pushing it forward. The legends who left their mark. Not just the championships, not just the headlines, but the moments in between. The way the city shows up for itself, the way it refuses to be anything other than real. And through it all, we're going to remind ourselves and show the world what Philadelphia is. It's not just a stereotype. It's not a punchline. It's a foundation. It's a force. It's a city that gave birth to a nation and never stopped building. So as the country turns 250 and the spotlight finds Philadelphia again, this is our moment to tell the story the right way. Not polished, not filtered, real, authentic, proud. Because this city just doesn't rise to the occasion. It defines it. This is Love Philly. That's right. Love Philly brought to us by Wawa. Wawa loves Philly. And we love our Wawa. That's right. Thanks to our friends at Wawa. Let's get right started because I cannot wait. We got Eagles camp begins tomorrow. Training camp we're on the NFL. Football is back. It is here. And Baldy's the greatest sportsman around. So I got to get his take on LeBron. Let's get him up here. The one, the only, Baldy.
Baldy, Baldy. Oh, let's talk some football. Ay, Baldy, Baldy. Oh, he likes meats and football.
Oh, Baldy. There he is. Oh, dude, you're here? Wait, I can't hear you.
How's that? You got
There
me?
we go. There we
Okay.
go.
There we go.
You're in your films?
I'm in NFL Films here. I'm breaking down some of Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Sean Mannion. Break
how
down
long?
some of their play action games.
How long?
I'm actually leaving tomorrow. I start training camp tour on Friday.
Man, dude, I didn't know you were here today. I got to get with you, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm around.
Right.
I got I'm getting ready, putting my notes together because I got like 13 teams in 15 days to go see.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be
Yeah,
awesome.
it's gonna be great.
All right, before we start, LeBron, he chose Philadelphia the way Baldy chose Philadelphia long ago.
Well, I mean, you look at LeBron's 24-year career. He doesn't make many mistakes. Even when he went back to Cleveland after Miami, like he hasn't made many mistakes in where he has gone. Like he knows he knows how this league operates. So you put Jaylen Brown and Maxey right now, and whatever we get out of Embiid and Edgecombe, like it's probably as good a five as there is in basketball right now. You could put him up against the Knicks, Oklahoma City, like put him up San Antonio, put him up against any of these teams right now.
I want to get to the bigness. I always love the story of when you were like, "Hey, man, I want to be in Philadelphia because sports matters here."
Yeah,
you were like, when you got done playing and you're at the Eagles, you're like, "I gotta stay here because I'm somebody here." Like, this is a town that loves sports, and that's where, the LeBron thing kind of goes full circle.
Well, I mean, so I retired in 94, 95, and Iverson came in 96. But, you decided to play in Philly for a couple of years, and you realize these fans are different than anybody else in the league. Pick Pittsburgh, I don't care. Pick any great fan city. And then, I was a huge basketball fan. And so you got the Sixers and their history. They weren't very good then, but they had a great history. Wilt and, that whole group.
Doc, yeah.
And I was a big fan of all those teams in the 60s, Jack Ramsey, all that stuff. And then there was the Phillies and, Schmitty and Rose and the whole group here. Like, it was just in 93, they had just gone to the World Series. I mean, I was a Flyer fan from when I was a little kid. Bobby Clark was my favorite athlete when I was a kid. When I came here, I was like, this is sports mecca. This is it. And so it was easy. And then, Comcast was just starting up, there was some cable television, and I was like, I'm going to stay here. Let me get on this Eagles pregame show. Let me work with some of these cats and let me start building it. And I mean, I could have gone anywhere. I could have gone to LA. I could have gone back to Texas. I had a farm in Texas. I could have done anything. I knew I was staying here.
Yeah, that I always love that story because it illustrates what sports is. So I wrote a piece about LeBron and kind of what it means is, you know, he's going to feel like LeBron James has everything, right? Titles and fame and wealth beyond belief and trophies out the wazoo, everything. But Philadelphia is going to give him an experience he's never had before, which is adulation, incredible adulation from a true sports town, right? Like Cleveland was home. It was different. Hollywood, South Beach, they're celebrity cultures. This is the sports culture.
Yeah.
And he's got more love in 3 days on social media than he got in 8 seasons in LA.
I've been to all kinds of Laker games over the years, going back to Showtime, Lakers, you know, in the Fabulous Forum. Those people got in their seats about the middle of the second quarter. You know, I've been to the Miami Heat games when Pat Riley was running the show, still is. But I mean, you know, when LeBron went down there, I've been in those games. It doesn't compare. You know, to see the other day, I don't know where I was, somewhere, I was diving in Florida, and the news comes across the ticker, and I see like literally people at the Jersey Shore, everybody's at the shore, like there's boats going up and down along the shore welcoming LeBron to Philadelphia. Like the net is so wide and so real. And, you know, for a kid, if you're like your son's ages, or if you're a 10-year-old kid and LeBron's coming to your town to play, he chose that over all these other opportunities. Like, that's a big deal. That's going to capture a young kid here. Even though it doesn't matter how old he is, he's ageless. He's still putting up assists every game. He's still shooting 50%. Like, he's still a great player. And so I can't wait to see what Nick can do and how they put this together. I know, you know, Embiid and LeBron have played together in, you know, Olympics and stuff like that. But this, like, you're going to see a Tuesday night game and Orlando's in town and the place is going to be jacked. You know, it just is. And they're going to be everything he does, pregame warm-ups, whatever. It's going to feel like a playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, it's amped it up to, and you know, this town's bizarre in this way where it's streaky, right? Like it feels like, I don't know if it's the rising tide lifts all boats analogy, but whatever it is, it feels like they're either all good or promising, or they're all bad. And you know, you could see this uptick.
Well, it's almost impossible anywhere in this tri-state area, but it's especially central Philly. It's hard to find anybody that's not a sports fan. It just is.
Right.
Like I have, you know, my girlfriend is from Belize. Like, her sister doesn't know anything about sports, but they know about, all her kids know. They know all the fight songs. They know who's playing. They know who's in town. They know the All-Star game was just here. It's hard. You can go to Miami. You could go to LA. You can talk to all kinds of people that aren't sports fans. Anybody in this area is a sport fan. They just are. They're connected. And so it's a small town. It's still a small town in a big city that is connected to their sports teams.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it's always had that college feel to it, right? Where, like, you go to these college towns and everybody in the town is a fan of that team, right? Like, you go to Lincoln, Nebraska, and they're all Huskers. You know, you go to any of these Ames, Iowa, right? You go to all of them, Lubbock, Texas. You go to these college towns, and they're just obsessed. And it's like this with a metropolis, but they're obsessed with 4 of them. You know?
Yeah. No. It's never changed. Never changed. I was like, there was no, like, and then when I started here in this whole media thing, Jaws was here, Stephen A was just starting, G Cobb, like, we all were kind of we were all kind of starting together. Sal Palantonio got his job at ESPN in 95. Like, we were all kind of starting this thing at the same time. Like, we feel a little connected to everything in Philadelphia and how good it was to be here as we started kind of branching out and working more nationally.
Let me ask you, before we do, because I want to get guys from a lot of football that I got to get to, but just to kind of put a bow on this whole thing, what do you think LeBron, like, you know, mega celebrities and mega stars, right? What do you think? You think LeBron's getting amusement? Like he's looking at his feed? Oh man, these people are going to be nuts. This is going to be fun. Like, what do you think his mind
Well,
is like?
I mean, what is it going to be like at Lincoln Financial Field when LeBron comes onto the field pregame for a game this year?
Right.
You know, like he's going to be there.
Right.
You know, he's coming out onto the field. You know, he's going to be on the sideline. Big Dom will be walking him out of the tunnel, right? Like that's happening. Like every single person is going to be on their phone. It's all going to be watching LeBron. Like they could be playing, you know, the Giants or the Cowboys here. And if LeBron's, and I would think that he'd be there for like one of those type of games, but like it's going to be all LeBron. It's just the connection with whether it's, you know, Jaylen and Devontae going to a Sixer game or, you know, Tockett coming, you know, to a Sixer game now. Like it's just going to be so connected amongst all the, you know, all the guys, you know, Schwarber, the whole group. They're going to be at these games. Like it's going to feel so connected amongst all the sports.
Yeah. I love that. I've always loved that. You remember being at the Vet, and that's all the offices were there, and you share a locker room with the Phillies. Like, I love the interconnection of all the sports. Like, cause, you know, it's part of the culture.
That's part of the culture. Yeah, they won't be able to help themselves. They'll want to be there, you know.
All right, let's transition into football. Eagles report today. Tomorrow, it's on. And I'm curious about the process, and not that process, the process of installing Sean Mannion's offense. And he started it, obviously, minicamp, and guys are getting work and the whole thing and the iPad. Take us into the install in training camp.
It is the level of detail in this offense is next level. Like I've talked to Parks Frazier, the quarterback coach, and the footwork that he was working with just on Jaylen, but it's way more than just Jaylen. It is so specific. I remember when Alex Gibbs was teaching the wide zone and that whole installation with Mike Shanahan, who started this whole thing with McVay and O'Connell and LaFleur. Like they're all from the same tree. They've changed it, tweaked it a little bit here and there. But, you know, Mike Shanahan, Alex Gibbs was the offensive line coach. And anybody that got a chance, somebody probably could find it on YouTube now, to watch Alex Gibbs coach the wide zone, the outside zone, like that, the level, the specific details of the footwork, the hands, like you can't drill it enough. The drill is everything. Like Sean Mannion will tell you, when he went to the Rams as a player in 2017, a young player, LaFleur was there. He's the quarterback. He was the offensive coordinator, I think, in 2017. Like he said, he improved so much just from the footwork and how it changes the way you throw football. It changes your accuracy. It's the timing of everything with the footwork and the release and the routes. It is like, I call it a symphony, but it truly is a symphony when it is operating at a high level. And it's, you know, it's this offense that's coming through right now. Like Andy's still from the West Coast offensive system. That's his thing. But, you know, what Shanahan started is really what's taken over the league right now. That's how Seattle got Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold goes San Francisco. Sam Darnold goes from being a bust. He goes to San Francisco. He learns it from Shanahan, sitting and watching Brock Purdy for a year. He goes to Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell, running that system. They win 14 games. He goes to Seattle. He wins the Super Bowl. You just look at Sam Darnold flourishing in the system when, you know, when he was in Carolina and the Jets, like he was a complete flop and a complete bust. But the system is real. And it starts with the offseason, all of the installation. But now it is, okay, now we're taking it up to the speed of game day. You know, so now the scrimmage against the Patriots, preseason games, you know, day-to-day, you know, interactions, like it has to click at the highest, fastest speed possible. And that's what they're building to.
So you're at practice, and there's so many moving parts. Obviously, you start with Jaylen, you start with the quarterback, and you know, you talk about the footwork and everything's so important about your feet and just subtle movements within the whole thing. Your ball handling, the ball handling is everything.
You're trying to put the defense. I can simplify this really easy. Like this, you're trying to put, and you're going to see pre-snap motion like you're seeing from all these other teams, right? But all you're trying to do is put the defense in conflict, to make them pause, to make them think, to slow them down. And so it's going to be, like, it's going to look completely different than what we've been watching. If you know, and when it clicks.
Yeah.
And I do think it will click, but it's going to look a lot different than anything we've watched here.
Yeah, it was funny. I had Kevin Stefanski on, and I was talking to Kevin about his offense. And, you know, it's so fascinating. And he's a great offensive guy. It's so fascinating, their philosophies. And, you know, I think finally you got something that you could just lean into. Once you get it, this is something you can, and I think it really helps the evolution of Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. Like, he needs this offense. Like, you know it. Like, those guys take a pounding. You can't run like that for a long time in this league. You just can't do it.
Well, you saw Lamar Jackson go backwards last year. Like, it just, you know, he's suffered a lot of injuries. You know, and I used to tell him, and I wasn't the only one, Harbaugh, like, you can't take these linebackers on. You can't take cornerbacks on and dive into them for the extra yard. You better be walking out of bounds. Like, you've got to protect yourself. And, like, they're doing this with Jackson Dart right now. I hope they don't ruin a kid by trying to make him play too scared or too safe. That's not going to be good. But these guys, I don't care if you're Mike Vick, Randall Cunningham. The day we were up, I was with Randall, we were undefeated. We're up at the Jets. We're undefeated up there, and he breaks his leg scrambling. The season just was shot. It was over. And we were a good team. But Randall gets hurt up there against the Jets, and he's done for the year. He either broke his leg or tore his ACL, I forget. But either way, our season was over. Like, it doesn't matter how good of an athlete you are. Steve Young had to change. You know, like, he was getting beat up. And so all these guys have to evolve. This is the best thing that could happen for Jalen. Now, look, he's under a microscope. I'm sure, you know, the contract is out there. You know, he's got a couple years left, whatever. But, you know, if he wants longevity in this business, which everybody wants, you want to be playing football when you're in your 30s and playing at a high level, you better adapt to this offense, because that's going to help you. It's going to help save you.
When do you start seeing signs of it's clicking? Now, we know September is the new August and the whole thing. When do you think the idea, like, what are you going to be looking for? Because it's not going to come, it's going to come in plays. It's going to come in singular moments where it starts. It's not going to come in waves where it's going to be, oh, look how well they play for that half. It's going to be a play here, a play there, and that sort of thing.
Well, you know, for the last 2 years, most Sundays, it was hard to watch, even when they won.
Yeah.
And they won a Super Bowl. And now the Super Bowl game was different. You know, defense scores a touchdown. They blow Kansas City out. But for the most part, there were some games, Jacksonville, Cleveland, it was unwatchable. You know, I mean, the quarterback's holding the ball too long. Nothing's coming out on timing. Like, timing is going to be everything. Like, the ball's got to come out. You know, I'm just watching I was just watching Carolina and the Rams. So I'm watching Stafford the other day. They scored in the playoff game. They scored in 4 plays. Opening drive, 4 plays, and 3 of the 4 passes went to Nakua. And it was out so fast, and the protection was good. And they went 45 yards, 4 plays, right down the field and scored a touchdown. Like, if you're saying what to watch for, like, you're going to see a rhythm and a timing. The ball's going to come out. You're not going to hold the ball waiting to see if somebody pops open. You're not going to be glued on one person. It's just going to flow. And it's all going to start, honestly, with an improved run game. And so and this is cliche, but it's so true. Like, the run game is the quarterback's best friend, and you got to lean on it. And it has to be good. It can't be like it was last year, where they lead the league in 3 and outs. 40% of all Saquon's runs went for 2 yards or less. It has to be a productive run game, not a 60-yard burst. It's got to be a consistent, we're picking up 4 yards on first down. We're picking up 5. Like, it's got to be a more effective run game than anything we saw last year.
Well, it's a great point, because, like, when you look at the successful offenses, right? Let's look at Dallas, right? Who doesn't have Saquon back there, right? Who doesn't have Gibbs back there. But their run game was effective. And when you see how effective the run game was, all of a sudden Prescott gets the ball out and that offense clicked. Like that play action, all those principles work.
Yeah.
Like you got to get that thing rolling.
It's a symphony, cuz it's all got to work together, man. Everybody's got, so like everything has to improve. You know, the offense line has to play a ton better than any point they played last. They were awful last year. They didn't move the line of scrimmage like they did the year before, and the holes weren't there. And look, Saquon's got to trust. It's this whole thing is this training camp. Like sometimes you go out to training camp and you're like, just put a lazy boy out there. Let these guys just sit in these chairs. That's what that looks like some days. Like it has to. They've got to get an awful lot out of camp. This is really important. I think that Sean Mannion, like you listen to the guys, like they really are listening to him. They think he's very sharp. Now he's a paper thin resume, as we've talked about, but he sounds very confident in what he is saying and what he believes in.
All right, do me a favor. You got another 5 minutes?
Yeah,
All
come on.
Sit tight. I just got to take care of some business.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, I really kind of want to look to what your prognosis is for the Eagles this season. Like going into this camp, your own expectations, and look at the rest of the division. I kind of want to get inside your head here because it is a big Eagles day. But first, a word from our friends. Let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Fighting's a slight dog tonight in Miami. Nola on the mound.
Nola over 5.5 strikeouts, plus 125.
You like that?
He's been getting some strikeouts.
He has.
Yeah.
So that's your pick. Nola over the K total.
Yeah. I might parlay that with the team, with the whole over 8.
Okay. I like that. Over extra base hits for the Marlins. You might want to try that too.
4 bombs and 6 strikeouts. Yeah, perfect.
Hey, all that stuff you can play on the app, as well as all your favorite casino games and slots and blackjack and all that stuff. Make your downtime fun time with the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. New customers get 500 bonus spins on the slot game. Go, go, go. Collect them, as well as $500 casino bonus back in the first 24 hours. BetParks.com is the details. You got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Let's talk about Xfinity and the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. What if you can have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi and keep it the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you notice them. Super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense that lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. The best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees. Xfinity's best equipment included. Take from me, a lot changed in 5 years, man. Championships are won, records are broken, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi should stay reliable and the price should stay put. Lock in your price, unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more from Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only, restrictions apply. Now back to the legend, Baldy, and looking ahead to, it all begins tomorrow. So I want to see, like, how good do you think they can be? Are you concerned about the Cowboys? Where is Washington? Where are the Giants? Let's tackle Eagles first, brother.
Well, the division's going to be a lot better. I mean, you know, what they did in Dallas last year was nauseous. You know, for anybody that was a Cowboy fan or somebody that played for the Cowboys, it was hard to watch. They couldn't stop a nosebleed last year. They were awful. They couldn't play zone defense. They're going to be a lot better. And offensively, they've already been a good team. You know, to see Pickens and CD, that's a tough combination to slow down. You know, the Eagles beat them 24-20 on the opening game of the season last year, but they hadn't really figured that dynamic out yet. But they did as the season went on. They could put up points. And whatever anybody thinks about, you know, Schottenheimer, like he's the son of a great coach. Like he's a polished, button-down, disciplined guy. They've got this defense improves like they don't have Mike anymore, and they're never going to replace him. But they're going to be Caleb Downs, a great player. They're going to be a good defense. If they're top 15 defense, they're going to have a chance to win 10 games this year, which is a vast improvement. The Giants are going to be better. I'm going to see them on Saturday. They've got holes on their team for sure, but I do believe in what John Harbaugh is doing, and I do believe in the staff that he's put together. And so, they won 4 games last year. They could have easily won 7 or 8. They had games won in the fourth quarter, and they couldn't finish a game out. And so, they beat the Eagles soundly in one game last year. They should be better. Washington, they changed the whole staff. I'm not sure what to make of them yet. I'm going to see them late next week. I'm not sure what to make of him right now because I don't know what Jaden Daniels is. Is he just a great athlete that had a great rookie year because he was unhealthy and wasn't good last year? And do they have enough around him to be good? So I feel like Dallas and the Giants are taking a step up, and it's going to be a lot more competitive than what the Eagles have seen.
It is wild when you think about Washington and how, 2 years ago, they're in the, NFC Championship game.
And they won 14 games. And, they were a legit. I mean, they went to Detroit and blew them out. Detroit was the number 1 seed in the whole tournament.
Was it just bad personnel moves?
They were a very old team last year. They had Von Miller and Bobby Wagner, but not against. Those were actually 2 of the better players. They had a lot of injuries to the defensive line. Jaden Daniels got hurt early and was limping through much of the season. So it was some of that. And then I think the Deebo Samuel thing didn't work out. That fizzled. Some of the moves that they made just didn't work out. Bringing Marshawn Lattimore back was a disaster. They were terrible last year. And so they spent a lot of money on their defensive line. They should be better, but I don't think Odafe Owe is a great player. They gave him $100 million to be a great player, though. So, we'll see if they're improved. None of the pass rushers they brought in, which are considerable, I think gives Jordan Mailata or, Lane Johnson fits at night. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I'm. It's gonna be interesting, man. This whole division now. The Eagles defense, I keep talking about it because I think for an Eagles fan, you can lean into that. That's what you're going to lean into most of all. That's going to give you a sense of calm because while the offense is trying to figure it out, I don't see a real weakness on that defense. I love Grenard. We forget Jonathan Grenard's here. There's playmakers everywhere. I know they got a little question mark at safety, but other than that, this defense is pretty nasty.
Well, the big question mark all year last year was the cornerback opposite Quinion. They didn't have anybody, right? Adore. They put all these guys out there. They were just, they were just swinging doors. But I think Reek Woolen is a great talent. He's a little bit of a knucklehead. So, Vic has coached these kind of players before. You can't just put this kid in a box. He's got 4.2 speed. His break on the ball is as good, and he's 6'4". Now he goes to he's like that left fielder in T-ball. He goes to sleep out there sometimes.
Yes.
And his eyes are wrong, and then somebody gets behind him. But if you I think there's enough peer pressure in that defensive huddle where he's got to be plugged in with the guys that they have, the coach they have. If he doesn't go to sleep out there, he's a huge upgrade at that position. Jonathan Grenard is a great player. Now, he didn't have a great season last year, but nobody in Minnesota did. The thing just fell apart. And, they couldn't score any points, and it was just bad. But he's a good player. He's a pro. He's better than Jalen Phillips. He's a better player than Jalen Phillips. Jalen Phillips had a great first 2 weeks here. I didn't see him do anything after that. And I think he's tentative. Jonathan Grenard knows how to cut it loose. He's a really good player. And this Jackson.
And I kept somebody in Minnesota told me he's a much better fit for Vic's defense than he was for Florida's defense.
He's a lot like the guy that went to Arizona, and what they lost there. But, Hunt's going to be a good player. I think he's going to have a breakout year. They should be good. They should be really good. They've got depth. They got playmakers. It should be a challenge to be able to go down the field before the end of the half or at the end of the game to go win a game the way they've been susceptible, not since Vic got there, but in years past. They should be tough, really tough when they have to be.
Feels like it's going to be like a lot more lower scoring games, right? Like
that's all right. That's all right if it turns out like that.
In a bad way.
No,
I'm
it's
saying
like
just as I could see it. Like there's more going to be. It's going to run it more. They're going to try. It's going to be.
Well, even when they won a Super Bowl, because like they were awful in the first month, and then Kellen really kind of figured things out and they changed after that blowout loss in Tampa. Like, but that's old news. This season, like all seasons, at some point, it's either going to kick in, and the talent and the coaching and everything is going to come together, or it's just going to be a struggle week in, week out, up and down, inconsistent. But if it's good coaching and they're reasonably healthy, like you should see this team hit their stride at some point by November. And you're going to know if they're going to be a factor in the postseason.
How concerned are you about a first-time play caller? About Matt, forget about the install of the offense, but now Mannion also has to call plays. And this will be a first time for him calling plays.
Well, hopefully it's just not him. Hopefully there's a collaboration. Chris Cooper, Lane Johnson, hopefully it's a collaboration. Parks Frazier is going to be in his ear. Hopefully they're prepared. And when they get to these games, Jaylen knows what the checks and the audibles are against certain looks, all that kind of stuff. When you're checked to a run, right side, left side, whatever it might be. Like, hopefully they're all prepared when they get there. And then the games, the adjustment they have to make can be, but you're not going to know in real time until these games really get started and you're in the heat of the moment and clock's ticking down and you're burning a timeout the way Andy had to do for so many years here. Like, are you burning timeouts or you're getting the playoff when you want to get it off and you're getting to the play you want to get to? Like, that's a lot of that is just a synergy between Jaylen and Sean. And that might take a little bit of time, and just what he wants to check to, what Jaylen wants to see. It'd be interesting to see how much collaboration and conversation there is with Sean and Parks, and Jaylen on the sideline when the defense is out there on the field. I'm kind of looking at that during the game to see what type of conversations are being had.
Yeah, and just looking at the receivers is going to be interesting. Like, obviously, we're all expecting Devontae to get a big time target share, right? And he's going to go up, but like you got Goddard, and if he stays healthy, if not, you got Stowers needs to come in and get catches. You got a rookie.
They're going to break a lot of new people in, and I don't know all the positions. Like, is Makai Lemon? Is he cross training at different positions right now? Are they locking him in as a rookie at one spot? Hollywood has basically been a slot receiver for much of his career. Dontavius Wicks was basically an outside receiver in Green Bay. Like, how interchangeable are the parts right now?
Yeah, I think you're going to see,
because this offense really needs that. Yeah. The players have to be interchangeable, and they have to be able to block, on the backside of these run plays and seal the edge. Like, there's a lot of responsibility, for these receivers in the run game to be effective in what they are asked to do.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting.
So Baldy, so you think for us as we're watching it, by week 8, if this offense is still struggling, do you think it's just going to struggle the whole time?
No, you never know. Like, things can change in an instant. Things can click at a certain point. Week 8, you hope that you're seeing, like, improvement, or maybe they hit the field running, who knows. But just because, 6, 7, 8, they're struggling and are putting up 17 points and leaving points on the field and, mistakes being made, like, there's still plenty of time in this league, to go make a run in this business. So yeah. I wouldn't say by week 8, like, if it's struggling, like the season's going to be over or it's going to continue to struggle. You never know when it's really going to click.
Let's go.
Listen to this, cuz. So I just got my NFL schedule. So I've been telling these guys in college, like, look, my national radio network does college games too. I'm like, you got to figure out a way to put me on college games. So listen to this. I've got Florida State at Alabama, week 2, and then get to Atlanta for Carolina, Atlanta. Then I get Georgia, Auburn, between the hedges, and I get the Falcons, Chicago on Sunday. And then I get Indiana at Michigan on a Saturday afternoon, and I get Green Bay and Detroit on Sunday. Like, is that football heaven or what? You imagine if you're in Ann Arbor, Michigan on a Saturday for the national champions to come into the big house, and then you get Green Bay and Detroit on Sunday? Like, tell me if that doesn't just, like, is that paradise?
Oh my God.
You're making them jealous.
Can I?
I've never. And by the way, I've never been to the big house. I've never been to Georgia. I've been to Tuscaloosa, but I've never been to the University of Georgia. Like, I can't wait for that weekend.
Oh my God, incredible!
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, and they said, as the season progresses, if there's a way that they can put a college and NFL game together, depending on the schedule, that they would try to make it work, down the road after those 3 games are up. Yeah,
my
it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be incredible.
That's going to be great. Yeah, pumped.
Baldy.
Yeah,
I'm here if you need me.
I'm leaving to go to Greenbrier, West Virginia on Friday, cuz, and I'm not looking back, man.
Let's go, baby. I'll call you later.
Okay, buddy. I'll talk to you, man. See you guys.
Man. There he is. Baldy. All right, let's take a quick TO, come right back. And our old friend is back.
Oh, I've missed it.
You know it's football season when our old friend is back. The brain is back, baby.
Ate his way through Asia.
We can't wait to visit with the brain. But first, how about a word from our friends? Let's talk about Parks Casino, Street Road Bend, Salem. Yeah, baby. We love it. Listen, every night is a different theme. So you got country line dancing and salsa night and comedy night with Joe Conklin. You got something everywhere. In the sports book for home Phillies games, $1 dogs, $3 Miller Lights, $3 Bud Lights on the wall screens. What a spot. The Park Sportsbook is amazing. You got to check it out. All the acts they have at the Excite Center. Go to parkscasino.com. You can see Lit. You can see
my own worst enemy. You can see who's with Lit.
The 90s night with Young MC.
They got great cover bands.
Vanilla Ice.
Well, Fuel's playing with Lit.
Yes, Fuel's playing with Lit.
Good show.
You got to check out they have it all at Parks Casino. Check it out, parkscasino.com, Street Road exit off at 95 in the PA Turnpike. You got to be 21, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now let's talk about Dick's Sporting Goods. I can't wait to head over there soon to go see it. Massimo needs his stuff for football, and we got to go shopping.
Of course.
And I go, let's go. What kind of cleats? He needs new cleats. When they open up the cleat selection, like the cleat selection is unbelievable. I just think back, I'm so jealous. I wish they had Dick's Sporting Goods when I was 13. Yeah. All right? And you could play all the game, all the sport. Like, it was the greatest.
Yeah. I had to go to Kmart sports section.
Right. Like, yes. We had a little tiny sports section at those stores.
Horrible.
Dick's is a house. It's the house of sport. Dick's Sporting Goods. There's nothing better than a Dick's Sporting Goods. Check it out. Dicks.com. Fall sports starts here at Dick's Sporting Goods. Check it out. All right. We got brain? No? What? Where's the brain at? We're going to run out of time.
He's running a little late.
What about?
Man, he's got to get it together. He's out of shape.
Where's he at?
I don't know. He just asked to push back.
We're going to be done. The brain.
Come on,
brain's going to be over. The show's going to be done. All right.
Disappointing.
All right. What do you look like? Like all the LeBron stuff is just crazy, right? Like it's still kind of a whirlwind
I just saw some knucklehead breaking down. This is how much he's going to spend not to live in Philadelphia. How much his helicopter's going to cost. How much his taxes are in New York compared to down here. All inferring, like, they're all trying to say he's crapping on Philadelphia.
I wrote a whole column about, LeBron chose Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And now he's living somewhere else. None of it matters.
Like, would we be prouder if he lived in Philly and played in New York? No, I wouldn't care.
I
want him playing here.
Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Nonsense. It's a bunch of hate. They hate us seeing us happy in Philadelphia. The sports world really does hate seeing Philadelphia happy.
The sports world's jealous.
Yes.
It's the big J. Let's be real here. The sports world is jealous of Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we bring it on ourselves in that we are loud, we are demonstrative, we are, aggressive on social media. Mm-hmm. Like, they always do the Barstool does the fan bases you hate the most. It's always Eagles fans and Philadelphia fans.
Right.
It's always number one.
Yeah. Because they want to be us. They wish they had that.
Because we have the most, because we live it and have the most passion. Mm-hmm. That's what it's about.
Mm-hmm. They're jealous about our postseason baseball environment. They're jealous about it all.
Well, listen, let's be real about it. Like,
they are. Citizens Bank Park. You're laughing, Joey. Citizens Bank Park, the rest of the world. No, they wish they created the same atmosphere that we create.
It's true. You're right, VG. I mean, that place, I remember I told you, I had A-Rod on. Yeah. A-Rod loved it.
He's played everywhere.
Right.
Favor.
He was like, it was better in the Yankee Stadium.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that says something.
It really is a shame that we can't rally. Like, Temple's not a good football team. Like, we can't rally around a college football
I got news for you. If we had a big-time college football, we would.
Yeah, we'd be crazy. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's a shame.
It's a shame. Yeah. It really is. Because we are the ultimate 4 for 4. Like, that's what it comes down to. Yeah. All right, we got to take a quick TO. Talk about our friends real fast. Let's talk about TrueMark Credit Union. That's right. What a financial institution. TrueMark Credit Union. For the people is TrueMark. I'll tell you something that I actually like. Something that actually rewards the way we spend our money. All right? It's exactly what you get with the Everyday Elite Visa credit card from TrueMark Credit Union. We're talking up to 4% cash back on eligible everyday purchases, including gas. I don't know, merch, like merch behind me, all that stuff, food. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about it. And for a limited time, new cardholders get a 0% introductory APR on purchases for the first 12 months, then 17.99% APR after that. More cash back, less cash. Apply today, TrueMark.com, and stop by any of TrueMark Credit Union's 24 branch locations. That's right. Rates based on credit worthiness, 4% cash back on eligible purchases. Bonus categories capped annually. Restrictions apply. Visit TrueMark.com for details. Insured by the NCUA. All right, now let's talk about Valley Forge. How about a little quick getaway, right? You know that feeling when you just need a quick reset, but you don't feel like dealing with airports, long drives, overcomplicated travel plans. It's why Montgomery County, Pennsylvania is such a great getaway spot for Philadelphia area travelers. It's got a little bit of everything: history, shopping, entertainment, outdoor adventure, great food, all just right outside the city. You could spend the day exploring Valley Forge National Historical Park, hit the shops at King of Prussia Mall, check out live entertainment, explore some of the amazing small towns and hidden gems throughout Montgomery County. And with America celebrating 250 years this summer, never been a better time to experience the history and the stories that helped shape this country. Whether it's a couple's trip or a family weekend sports road trip or just a chance to unplug for a few days, Montgomery County makes it easy to get away without going far. You can plan your trip, book your stay, and start your retreat today at valleyforge.org. That's valleyforge.org. All right. Hey, I got to tell you a horrible story.
Oh, no.
In fact, I wonder if I can get this to Jules in time. So, AccuVinny.
Oh, boy.
You remember lived in Appleton, Wisconsin?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, they had a tornado yesterday. Did you see this?
No.
Oh, my God. And the tornado.
Tornadoes are scary.
Oh, dude. I remember, Jules, I just texted you the video. This thing it's unreal. It went right
in Appleton, like in Wisconsin.
So Appleton, for people who don't know, it's like 30 minutes from Green Bay.
Okay.
It's, in fact, a lot of football teams, when they go play the Packers, they stay in Appleton.
Okay.
Like the Eagles used to stay in Appleton. The hotels were better in Appleton.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So it's like 30 minutes away. So, it's pretty benign, like the tornadoes. So he lived right off, it was beautiful, right off a big lake or river, actually. He lived off the river. And it was a beautiful, I used to love going to see him. I would cover Packers camp. I'd stay at his house for 2 weeks every summer. I loved it. It was great. The freaking tornado went right over his house.
What?
His old house, thank God.
Yeah,
and he's out. He moved back home. But look at this video. This is 12 noon. In the afternoon. Where do you see this? It's absolutely frightening.
That was cool.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm out on this nature stuff.
Oh, that is cool.
Oh, just hitting power lines and stuff.
Look at the funnel.
That was a transformer. Oh. Tornado warning.
Gosh, what is that?
Look at that.
It keeps blowing in the same.
Yeah, I'm so out. All that stuff scares me.
Really?
Yeah.
And then there's
probably like a mile wide at least.
Is that Superman?
Look at that thing. There's another one with the I gotta get you could see the devastation that it's just.
Oh, dude, what that leaves behind is unbelievable.
We had one in Malka Hill.
I remember that.
We were in our basement. There's still houses that it went through that. Yeah, it was horrible. FEMA.
Nothing left behind.
No, man, the destruction. Yeah, it's just utterly frightening, man.
Yeah, I don't. Luckily, like this area, we're lucky so far.
Well, with Northeast and Malka Hill, like in Jersey, we've got hit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the weather getting crazier and crazier.
It's crazy. The weather's crazy. Every day there's another bear. The bears are taking over. The bears are walking in every store, hotels. They're just helping themselves to food.
I kind of like the bear.
Oh, I'm so happy I'm in.
Can I ask you one question? Yeah. I look at the weather. It's supposed to rain every day until next Thursday.
Today's a soaker. I think the rest of the week is like 40%.
Clouds and rain.
Yeah. But today's supposed to be like upwards of 2 inches.
Oh, my God. All right.
Yeah, I got roofers coming to try and patch a hole before it.
Really? All right. Well,
yeah, our buddy John Alice coming by.
Oh, tell John we said hello, man. John's a good dude. I love the input from our callers. So anytime you want it, when we have these big stories, it could be anytime. You just want to chime in. Again, you can email Julia at allphly.com.
Yeah, it was great. Hey, can I give you an update on our raccoon, Jimothy?
Oh, yeah, we have a new one?
Oh, yes.
Which Jimothy?
It's so cute, right, Julia? Well, watch what he does now. It's a new video of Jimothy.
Because I was like, I just need to know what it is. Oh, it's so cute.
Whoop! Oh.
He's like a little ninja doing backflips.
That's adorable.
His legs pop up at the top.
It says he's not disabled. He's a ninja.
He's a ninja.
Oh, how cute.
I was like so excited about it too. He's like, I did. I landed.
Oh, that's
that little jump at the end, a little hop.
Oh my God, it's adorable.
I could watch that all day.
I love it, Jimothy.
They're having awesome. Jimothy art contest. People are painting them.
I love it. That's beautiful. All right, it's going to do it for us. What's that? We're done. So we're going to get Brain tomorrow. So, all right, that's going to do it for us, everybody. We love you. Jules rules.
Julia.
We'll see you in the morning.
We all silly like the mayor.